cursed. Cursed. This place is cursed. Cursed.
Yo, 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 what is up? What is up, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. This stream is sponsored by BetUS, so definitely go check them out if you have not. Yeah, so I want to do a quick stream tonight. Nothing crazy. I'm not gonna go for too long tonight. But I just want to kind of wait till after the game since we did the shakedown yesterday. Kind of want to do a stream tonight. I see how everyone is feeling. Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. These two games that we just saw today, Jesus Christ, man. If Jalen Hurts gets any more disrespect, I mean, seriously, like Justin Herbert throws 4 fucking picks in the game, and probably they won't even say a fucking thing about it next week. Absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, it was 21-0 in that Steelers-Ravens game. The Steelers started to come back, but, just wasn't good enough. They were falling asleep in that first quarter, which really screwed them. And kind of, the Ravens were just better in too many quarters. So, unfortunately, that's where it's at. So, I don't think it was the most kind of boring games today. Nothing crazy. But, we don't want a boring game as well. We want to see some entertainment, but at the same time, we want to dominate and, we got a big day tomorrow. We got a big day. Seeing all these reports, all these reporters today on Jalen Hurts can't get the passing game. I'm watching, I didn't really watch anything. I just saw some clips. It's just fucking ridiculous right now. So that's fine. They can keep saying what they got to say and just prepare this fucking team. I don't know what's going on, but this is a different Eagles roster. This is a different Eagles team that I've probably seen in a while. They are locked in. Saquon Barkley's locked in. Jalen Hurts didn't want to hear nothing about the fucking concussions. I mean, to the media itself, it was just they tried to get something out of him, but Jalen Hurts wasn't wanting to hear any fucking shit at all. And I think we're in a really good spot right now, man. So if you guys have any concerns about this game tomorrow, how do you guys feel about it? What position are you worried about tomorrow, or a specific player, or you know what I mean? You're going into this game pretty fresh, man. You got a lot, you had a lot of guys rest. Obviously, didn't play that last game, so a lot of guys are well rested, ready to go into the playoffs. And you're at the link now, so we gotta get this thing moving, man. Gotta get this thing moving. But let me say hi to everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody joining in as of right now. Is this not? Hold on 1 second. 1 second. What's going on, Chris Coffin? What's going on, bro? Erich Bull, what's up, man? Bleeding County Green, what's up, dude? Hope you're doing well, man. Are these not popping up? Oh no, they are. They're popping up, right? Yeah, they are. Derek, what's going on, man? We got a super chat first of the night. What's going on, dude? Says, yo, it's Joey, what's up? Oh, hold on. Yo, Joe, I appreciate the late night stream. I was out with my buddies tonight. Decided to say F it and buy tickets for tomorrow's game. I live 15 minutes outside Philly. Love you, Joey, and go Birds. Also, score prediction. Yo, that's awesome, man. I hope you have a good time and appreciate the support. And I think it's gonna be, honestly, I think it'll be like 31 to maybe 31. 31-21, 31-24. I mean, honestly, I think realistically, I think I could say it could probably be, 31-17. I think they'll pull out in that third to fourth quarter, and get more points on the board where we're really gonna tire them out. I think we're gonna get the winning shot in that third quarter, and then we're gonna have a pretty big lead. So I'm hoping so. We're an entirely different team than we played in that first game. I know Green Bay has looked very similar all season. It's really off their run game with Josh Jacobs, and I think that's really the first man that you really have to stop. Interested to see what this defensive line is going to do. Bryce Huff now in the rotation, and hopefully will make some noise. I know he's wearing a club on one hand, so realistically, how much am I expecting him to do in this game? Getting Nakobe Dean back. He's been gone for the last couple weeks with the abdomen injury. And I think you're being a good spot, man. I think you'll be in a really good spot. But Adam, I hope you have a good time, man. Hope you have a great time. Trust me. I got offered some tickets as well. I didn't take them, unfortunately. So I haven't been to a game in a bit. So D9022, appreciate the super chat, man. This is play your game and control the clock. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. You know what I mean? Like, get the short passing game going, get the run game going. Like, I don't want to go into the first two series of this game where it's like three passes. It's like three passes and then like three runs. I need to kind of mix and match a little bit with what we're doing. So hopefully we'll be on target with that. We won't have any issues with that going forward. And you know what I mean? I think we'll be all right. Philly thinks says my score prediction, Packers 10. Is this coming up on the screen? It is. Okay. My score prediction is Packers 10, Eagles 31. Yeah, I can see them kind of separating themselves a little bit by the end of the second quarter, going to the third quarter. So we'll see. Sean, what's going on? What up? This team is all way locked in. Totally, man. He said, once the Hurts hate is disgusting. Did you hear what Cooper from the Packers said about Barkley, saying he has good vision? That's it. Which smirk? I didn't see that at all. Lays said Jalen Carter 3 sacks this game. What's up, Joe? What's going on, Lays? Yeah, man. I'm hoping they can catch some of these holding calls that are on Jalen Carter all fucking year, but they seems like they miss everything at this point. I didn't think the refereeing was too bad even today. I didn't think it was too bad. With these 2 games that happened today. Unfortunately, some of these other calls are really stupid. I mean, I think the one on George Pickens on the push off was a bunch of bullshit. They got to let these guys play, bro. Like, there's going to be contact. It's going to happen. But OPI on Pickens was a bunch of bullshit. I mean, he's running, and then he just falls to the fucking. I mean, the cornerback's running on Pickens, that he's falling to the fucking ground. I mean, he's not. I mean, he's running in the direction. He's got a lot of force, so he's gonna run and we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got another super chat. Thank you so much, Adam, for that. He says Adam's bet US bet Saquon 70+, Devontae 70+, Jalen 200 yards, Saquon touchdown, AJ 5 receptions. Brought to you by BetUS. Biggest concern, I worry about Cooper against Jalen Reed and Jacobs running on us. So I wouldn't worry about that. If you shut down Josh Jacobs, I think then you'll kind of zone in on Jordan Love. Jaden Reed's still a good. Well, they don't have Christian Watson for this game. Jaden Reed's still a pretty good receiver. He had a couple big plays on us the first game. But it's, I'm not really worried about that too much. I'm not worried about Cooper DeJean. I'm not really worried. Look, I feel like you're going to win some, you're going to lose some in this game. They're not going to shut the Packers down. They're still a pretty good offense even without Christian Watson. But you don't want to create those big running lanes for Jordan Love. And like I said, the Josh Jacobs stopping him is going to be a big one. They have two really good tight ends, one more for red zone and one just for regular field advantage. So they got a couple good tight ends there, but I feel like the Eagles can get pressure on Jordan Love. I think they'll get to him a few times in this game, and I think we'll be fine. Honestly, we'll see. We've come a long way this season, especially post bye week. So we haven't seen this team since the first home game of the season, which was in Brazil, technically. But I think we'll be all right. But Saquon, I think will have a couple touchdowns. Saquon is fresh. And they gotta run him like crazy. I don't care how they win. See, when it comes to playoff games now, like I nitpick at things, but at the end of the day, I don't care if they win by a point. It doesn't matter to me. As long as they win, I don't care. You know what I mean? The regular season is where your seeding matters and everything matters. So I'm more, I'm a little bit more, less conservative when it comes to the regular season stuff. So appreciate that super, man. Says Matt says, let them haters keep chirping and doubting us. If we, it's how we thrive in the end. Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is. Like I'm saying, like Justin Herbert is ranked higher than Hurts as a quarterback, and the fucking guy threw 4 picks, like unnecessary. That one that when they actually after they scored, I think they came back. They stopped them. They stopped them on defense, and then they came back on the field, and they got to the other side of the field, and I think it was an early down. It was first or second down, and Herbert like threw it. I think left side of the end zone or somewhere there, or right. I forgot where it was, but it was like an easy pick. Like it was just a stupid play. You know what I mean? They barely had a run game in that game. You know what I mean? Like J.K. Dobbins is all right, but I don't think much of J.K. Dobbins too much. He's okay, but let's see. Yeah, it says post by the only team that had 20 plus points on us are the Jags. Rams and Cobbies go defense. Yeah. Well, that's because, dude, like the Jags game, the Rams, the Rams scored 2 touchdowns off of really bad penalties. Like they didn't earn their yards on those 2 drives. The 14 points that they got in that game, they literally got those points off of 2 shitty penalties. You know what I mean? And obviously, that second Commanders game, I think the Eagles were. I think they defended Jaden Daniels a little bit differently in that second game because that first game he was hurt and was dealing with the rib injury, which I know he was, and he wasn't really running as much. And I don't think the Eagles were really prepared for that that first game. So Ron says, win or go home week. Let's go get it. How you doing, brother? I'm ready to go, bro. I'm ready to fucking go tomorrow. I mean, I'm more than ready. I am. I'm more than fucking ready. Beyond. We got Chris Coffee with Judy with the super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. He says, can we call Herbert the most overrated QB in history of sports style? I don't want to hear a fucking word from anybody on Monday. Seriously. Like, I'm telling you right now, if this quarterback doesn't get shit for, like, that game he played in the fucking playoffs, I'm telling you, like, I throw anyone's credibility out the fucking window at that point. Like, it was bad. It was actually pretty bad. But let me tell you, man, because Jalen Hurts is the most flashy quarterback, he's clutch in clutch moments. But let me tell you, man, when the guy wins football games and it's not flashy enough, they just don't call him elite. And then you see these other quarterbacks that are ranked higher than him that jump into these playoff games, and look what they could do, man. They can't do much of anything. I don't know. It's weird, man. Like, I don't know if it's like, I mean, I know Herbert could throw the football. It's like, I don't know. He gets real, like, he gets edgy in these like big situations, and he throws an unnecessary ball on an early down that gives them a pick. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Appreciate that super, man, so much. Chubb Malone says, Joey, did you do a Madden? Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm probably not doing Madden Sims anymore. I'm probably done with that. I was trying to do them, and I'm probably not going to do them. So, Adam says dead ass, bro, in the top 5 conversation constantly, but then does that. Yeah, yeah. Is highly praised throughout the regular season, gets to a playoff game, throws 4 picks, and I'm telling you right now, like credibility is I'm gonna see where the credibility is gonna lie when it comes to these quarterbacks that just aren't proving their fucking worth. And all this shit talking on Hurts is gonna really bite them in the ass. I'm telling you. It's gotta happen. It's gonna happen sooner or later. So let's see. Chubb says Herbert's receivers sold him, but then he imploded. Oh, yeah, well, there were certain plays too where he was eyeing one fucking guy the whole entire time too. I don't think he did a good job at that. And I don't think that offensive line really did well either because he couldn't even get set up. He couldn't even set up the pass, to be honest with you. So he couldn't even set himself up to throw a good ball to anybody. Not every time, but they got in the backfield a good amount too on him. CYTX, if I know we are focused on the Packers, but who you got next week, Ravens or Texans? It's probably I'm going to have the Ravens on. I mean, the Ravens should probably win the AFC. Honestly, if they can get by the Bills, I think we'll be good, man. If they can get by the Bills, I think that's it. Like I think the only thing that's really in their way, right? I think the Bills. I'm not even mentioning KC unless they get sorely helped in that game. But they're just way too good. The Ravens are way too fucking good. If you got no answer for Lamar Jackson on some of these RPOs, these read options, like you're fucked. You're done. Like you ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? Adam with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, none of our O-line first team all-pro with the 2000 rusher and say it. How we get disrespected constantly. I don't get it. No one likes us. We don't care. Did you see the fucking Lane Johnson has a picture of his statistics for Penei Sewell's statistics. Okay. Lane Johnson. Did Lane Johnson make first team? I don't know if he did. No, he made second. He made second team. I think it was second team. Lane Johnson has a little bit of motivation going into these fucking playoff games now. I think he's so disrespected. Like Penei Sewell's a good player, but because the Lions are the Lions and they're like look at the league and how they're respecting the fucking teams that are finally looking good now and they're giving them all the respect in one fucking not even the end of the year. Okay? Not even a full year and they're getting more fucking respect. The Commanders, the fucking Detroit Lions. Those are like the top 2 teams for me that literally like have had 1 year of pretty. I mean, the Lions did well. Yes, did well last year. Obviously lost the playoffs, but I feel like that's like they want to talk about something new, or I don't even know what they're doing. You know. Yo, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day, dude. Mr. National, what's up, man? Brent Howard says, we've had an obsession with Georgia Bulldogs this year. Michael Williams is not as good a prospect as he's being hyped up to be. Mike Green and Braden Swinson are better prospects for late first. Yeah, I'll be getting into that shit soon, like real soon. It's because the Lions never won anything, so they're on them heavy pause. Yeah, I totally agree with that. 125 said, I bet ATS Steelers is the last time I bet for them. I didn't have the Steelers winning this game I think everything was pretty much straightforward, honestly, for me. I thought the Ravens are just too good at every position, and that's just where it is, man. The Steelers, unfortunately, like they lost their last 4 games. And, like, they gave up 21 points in the first quarter, and then they tried to come back. They looked like they had purpose. Like, how do you look like that in a fucking playoff game? Like, I'm telling you right now, if the Eagles look like that in a playoff game, if they look like that in Sunday, we've given up 3 touchdowns in the first quarter against Tampa Bay, remember? We gave up 21 points. The fucking game was over. Like, there was no way of even making it back at that shit. You know? You got Adam another super chat, man. So grateful. Thank you so much, man. He says, with the way this shaking, would be surprised if Saquon don't get offensive player of the year. Screw it, man. They'll be on their knees when we get the Lombardi. No Diddy. Yeah. I mean, I don't even care about any of that shit anymore. Honestly, I don't even care about it. You know what I mean? I mean, MVP is gonna go to either Lamar Jackson or probably fucking, Josh Allen, because that's really all they talk about at this point. And this is up to the league to make that decision, and they're on their dicks all the fucking time. So unfortunately, I think Saquon has been a game changer. He's been a huge game. I think you lose like 4 to 6 games without Saquon Barkley. I would say 5 to 6 games without Saquon Barkley if he's not making that difference. You know what I mean? So he's coming in. He's coming in literally fucking fresh. This whole team. I'm not really worried about Jalen Hurts coming into this game as well. Um, I think he's fine. Everyone says he's looked really sharp, and you know, um, I don't care how they win. They just got to win. I don't care how it happens. I mean, look, I'm gonna nitpick at things. It's gonna happen because that's just what I do every game, regardless. But they win, and that's all that matters. You know what I mean? I don't think. I think the Eagles are better than the Green Bay Packers. I think they have the better roster. I think they have two crucial injuries. Even Christian Watson being out is definitely a big one because if Christian Watson is in, Jaden Reed's going to make a lot of plays, which he did the first time around when he had 2 big plays on us. But defensively, not having Jair Alexander with the PCL tear, with him being out now you're going to see, what are they going to do now? I mean, because realistically, if the Eagles do a play action fake or if they run the ball with Saquon Barkley, like now with no Jair Alexander, do they play more zone? Do they double up on A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith? You know what I mean? And you still have Dallas Goedert. You still have, obviously, Jahan Dotson. I thought, as the number 1 guy on the field the last week against the Giants, I thought he looked really fucking good. That's what I expected. That's what I was hoping I was going to see in that game, and I think we got that from him, I think we totally got that. Brands, do you think Howie on Goddard next year save $8 million cap to make room to sign Bond? I have to look at he's got one more year left on his deal. Yeah, he's got one more year left on his deal. I have to look at it. I think they do save some cap space getting rid of him. Zach Bond needs to be signed regardless, bro. I don't think there's been a linebacker that's had over 150 to 160 tackles with 5 forced fumbles ever in history. I don't think that's been the case in a lot of years. But that's like my number 1 re-sign, man. And then it's Mekhi Becton. And then realistically, I don't know what they're doing at number 2 corner. I don't know what they're doing with Milton Williams. I don't know what they're doing with Josh Sweat. Obviously, if they re-sign Kenneth Gainwell, I probably would be a little shocked, but I just don't think it's going to happen because it makes absolutely no sense why you got to put a lot of money into 2 fucking backs. It just makes no sense right there. Give Will Shipley his shot. I think he's going to be a beast going forward. So, we'll see. Let's see. Joe says, "Hey Joey, I'm ready for tomorrow. Let's kick ass. I'm fucking ready to go, bro." Let's see. Brand says, "Yeah, Goddard costs way too much for being injured, draft deep. What is he making next year? Like, what's his cap number next year?" Let's see. Zara said, "The worst thing they should ever do is doubt the Eagles. The Packers are in a lot of trouble. Fuck the stats. They're in trouble tomorrow." I think they are. I think they are. Like, this team right now, like the way that Jalen had his press conference, the way these players are acting right now, like these guys, I've never seen a fucking team that's so fucking locked in focused. Like they are, like they want to cause some fucking hell in these playoffs, man. You know what I mean? Like it would be such a letdown if they lost this game tomorrow. Like it'd be a huge letdown. It would be very disappointing. Very disappointing. Let's see. Greg says, "Joey, do you believe that Fangio will show us some things tomorrow we haven't seen yet this season?" I mean, there's always a chance, sure, because like defensively he could do that. I mean, even Kellen Moore could show some things out of his back pocket that he hasn't shown in a game, and this is the advantage you have if you don't show all your cards during the season. You have an opportunity to show some different things that a team never seen you run before. Because you never showed it on tape. So I mean, yeah, 100% they could be doing that, no doubt. Tony G said, "Hey, Joe, I'm tired of the Chiefs always winning and getting the Super Bowl. What do you think about them this year?" I think they looked like us from last year. They look like us, but they get more respect. they're getting more respect for their. Oh, just imagine when they're what they could do when they're fully capable. It's like, dude, they're not even discussing that they're even playing bad. That they're having a down year this year. Still a good year. Their record says that how many fucking games were they just trailing by like fucking 3 points? I mean, I'm not even kidding. So many games. You know what I mean? So, we'll see. Yo, East Coast, what's going on, man? He said, what up, Joey? Thanks for popping in. Oh, yeah, definitely, dude. I try to, I sometimes I see you live. I just pop in, but I'll have some questions this off season, some draft prospects I'll pick your brain about. So I appreciate it. If you guys haven't checked out East Coast Gridiron, really good on the draft, really good on, you want to know every QB prospect inside and out between every college team, go to his channel and subscribe to his channel. He's a good dude, knows his stuff really well. So definitely check him out if you guys have it. Just type in East Coast Gridiron on YouTube and you'll find him. Warriors reach. I'm not worried. I'm not worried, but I also had the Texans as the most vulnerable team coming into the playoffs, and they shit on the Chargers makes any given Sunday a little more real. It really does. And I'm not really a big CJ Stroud fan at all, to be honest with you. I think they have some good weapons over there, but I think it's been like a building team the last few years. And I think they have a good head coach. It really just depends on their drafting and what Stroud looks like next year as well. So I think that comes into account too. So, you know, Mixon ran the ball really. They started to run the ball really well later in the game. They couldn't really run at all in the beginning, and then finally it opened up a little bit later on. So any given Sunday, any given playoff game, it doesn't matter. Anything could happen, just like our game. Anything could happen tomorrow. You know what I mean? But you're hoping that the Eagles aren't going to play conservative. They're going to play the same way they've been playing. I mean, look, the Steelers were like on their own fucking 30. The tight end, like they threw a dump off pass to the tight end. The tight end couldn't even cross. He's a millimeter away from the first down marker. Doesn't stretch out his fucking arm to even get the first down. And then like they're like a half inch away from, like, honestly, the Eagles would be doing the fucking brotherly shove. Okay, the tush push would happen immediately. I mean, it's just, you gotta get those short yardage, man. You gotta get, whether it's a QB sneak or you have to run some type of play to get short yardage. And when you don't do that, you're not putting confidence into your fucking players. And I think that's a big problem. Joe says we're the most completed team more than anybody. I believe it, man. It just comes down to coaching. It comes down to the quarterback, and it just comes down to play design. Really, that's what's going to come down to. Brand says over the cap has gotten Goddard 11 million cap hit. Like his cap hit's 11 million. It's a little too high, man. A little too high. Chris, the Texans have more playoff wins this century than the Cowboys, and that's really sad. East Coast says I have my DeJean jersey on tomorrow, hoping you guys win. Yeah, dude, DeJean's been playing good, man. I think he hit. I think every rookie always hits a wall. I thought he hit his wall. I think he hit his wall. I don't know if both of those happened in the same game. I don't think so. It might have actually. The Panthers game. I think him against Adam Thielen. I think that was like his wake up call. That was his. That was his moment in that game. He didn't really. That was probably his worst game of the year. And he had the fumble on the punt return too, because he is a punt returner on this team. I guess they like him better than Britton Covey, and I think obviously DeJean is better at punt returns. He has the special teams pedigree. I mean, we all know that. So, but yeah, Cooper DeJean's a good pick, man, and I hope we do win. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Ward's Region, yeah, I'll no longer entertain Herbert as a top QB better than Hurts until he starts doing some shit in the playoffs. I'm not hearing anymore. No, me neither, dude. I mean, if by Monday morning, like if this quarterback doesn't get any shit, I'm telling you, like they'll just either ignore it or they'll rip him to shreds. Simple as that. And to be honest, I don't see it happening. I kind of questioned a lot of credibility for some of these professionals that are out there, and trust me, I'm far from that. I'm just an average fan, and that's it. Other than that, I'm nothing more than that. But when it comes to ranking quarterbacks, And I know that Jalen Hurts isn't the more flashy quarterback that everybody likes, this flashy gunslinger that everybody wants him to be, because he can win games without doing that. He can get 119 yards passing in the game and use all the weapons that are around him. You've seen what the offense looks like when he's not in it. It's not the same. And obviously defenses aren't honing in on the, on the scrambling of Jalen Hurts and his legs. Now they're just going to hone in and sell the defense out for Saquon Barkley. That's just what they're going to do. And that's what they were trying to do, you know? You know what I mean? See here. Gridiron. Yeah, I'll be live for the game, dude. Yeah, I'll be live. I'll be live tomorrow. Always live every week. Every week. CJ Richards said they still don't bet on the Chiefs. The Texans are gone, and it's up to the Ravens and Bills to eliminate. Yeah, I think that's. I don't know who I feel is better at eliminating them. To be honest, the Ravens are just too fucking good, man. I don't know. Ravens are really good. Chubb said first play, slant to AJ Brown, get rolling instantly. Nobody on the Packers can fuck with him one on one. No. I better see some. I better see some plays in the middle, dude. I don't want verts. I don't want throwing a 60-yard pass downfield. Get the short passing game going. Mix some Saquon Barkley in there. Get the tight ends involved. You know what I mean? Goddard's back now. Branson Goddard missed half the games in his career, and he's third. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. He could have been a top 3 tight end, in my opinion, if he didn't miss all those games. He's still, to me, one of the best tight ends. I think he is. But obviously, his stat sheet's been corrupted because he's been hurt 4 to 6 games a year. And he's been hurt twice this year. He had the oblique injury, and then he had the other injury. So, House Cat, what's going on, man? So I was looking for better games tonight, but you're right. You could easily see the players that were losing had no heart, no effort, but we do. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yo, East Coast man, thank you for joining East Coast Gridiron. Welcome to the camper tier, man. I appreciate it so much, dude. Thank you for supporting the channel, and everybody definitely check out East Coast Gridiron if you guys have it. For you want to know everything about the draft, you want to know about specifics, metrics, everything with every player. Go check him out. Go check him out and subscribe to his channel if you guys have it. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, dude, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. See you later, man. Let's see. Chubbs is everyone giving up on Goddard? He's going to show you something tomorrow. Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not giving up on him. I'm just saying he misses games every year. That's it. He just misses games. I'm not saying he's not good. I think he's great. I think statistically, I just think he would. I think he would be one of the top tight ends, or at least a top 3 tight end in my opinion. But the problem is he's missed too many games. I think he'll go into this game perfectly fine. I'm not worried about it. It's just that the issue is like whatever his number is for next year is going to be the big difference. In like somebody said in the chat. What is he, 11 million again? He's making 12 million with 11 million against the cap. That's a lot. It's a lot for a guy that misses a lot of time. Ron says, yeah, Vic Fine, this franchise first team all pro linebacker, and Bond is astounding. I really hope Howie doesn't turn a blind eye to this. Learn from letting TJ walk, for the love of God. Yeah, and TJ is not even comparable to TJ Edwards. It's nothing. I mean, literally, Fangio has his Van Ginkel, okay, with Miami, and Van Ginkel was a nobody for fucking 3 years. Last year of his contract, he was a total beast. I think it was like 53 pressures, 6 sacks, something like that. But Zach Bond, man, the worst thing, the problem is this: it's like, would Zach Bond play like this on another team if he goes somewhere else, or is he just meant to be with Vic Fangio? You know what I mean? That's going to be a whole nother question going into this whole thing. So, we'll see, but it should be friggin' interesting. I'm pretty pumped. Chris, the ESPN FS1, it's all theater, manufactured opinions. It's why I only watch. Dude, Chris, I don't really watch any shows. Like, I know all the bullshit when I hear it. I don't really watch. I don't even watch WIP that much because it's all a lot of it's bullshit. I'm not saying everybody is, is out to get everybody. But it's just the same shit I hear every day. So, guys, if we get to the Super Bowl, I want to see the Bills because their defense is so much worse than their offense. No, I think the Eagles are matched up really well. I think the Eagles' offense is matched up really well against any defense. I think, honestly, you win this game on Sunday. I'm going to take it one game at a time. You win this game tomorrow, and then literally you're going to go against either the Commanders, you either go against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I want a shot at the Buccaneers regardless because, they've had our number the last 3 times already. One wild card. No, what, 2 wild card games, 2 playoff games, and 1 regular season game where they've totally destroyed us. And, obviously Todd Bowles have had Jalen Hurts' number. I think, going into Detroit, if that's what's going to happen for the NFC Championship game, I think that sets us up really well. Really well. And obviously Detroit's got to stay healthy in between the playoffs. They got to stay healthy next week. They got to stay healthy. They can't really afford any other injuries. The offense can score points. The defense, I really, the last few weeks of the season, I would say the Packers defense has not, Packers, no. Their defense has been lackluster. Detroit's defense has showed up, but they've been lackluster. Their offense is scoring a lot of points. But nobody scares me. Nobody scares me. Brad, yeah, I cut Goddard post-June and draft the tight end in the 2nd round. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. First round, probably not. First round, I'm probably not. I'm not going for that. Probably not going for that. So, Brad says Bond, Becton, Milton Williams, Reed, not a free agent. Reed's not a free agent, no. Reed Blankenship's got 1 more year. Bond, Becton, Milton, Sweat, Gainwell, Isaiah Rodgers. Let's see. Brand says that we don't need Blankenship. We can't afford big contract everywhere. Jalen Carter going to be a $30 million. Oh, Jalen Carter will be the highest paid DT. There's no doubt. Jalen Carter will be the highest paid DT in the league. I mean, that's unless he takes a little bit of a Devontae Smith cut. I don't know. Some type of cut like that. I'm not sure. Kyle said, Joey, I watched the Cotton Bowl on Friday. Edge rusher Sawyer looks good. Yeah, I didn't watch it. Nilson's Carter's deal is 2 years away, and he's holy shit money. Oh, yeah, he will be. He really will be. Barring, knock on wood, barring injury or anything like that, he's going to get paid a lot. Brad said, Bond, Becton, and Milton are the only guys we should sign. Bond, Becton, and Milton. I don't know what they're going to do with Milton, man. I still don't know. Like, can Ojomo step into that role? I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. I'm not really sure. If he's the 4th DT? So, and he's got the 5th-year option, yeah. Just like Devontae Smith, they did his deal. He got paid way less money. They're using the 5th-year option in their favor. So, including this year, you have Devontae Smith for like 5 fucking years. Like 5 years, dude. It's crazy. 5 years. Yo, Shark, what's going on, dude? Appreciate the super chat, my friend. He said, what up, bro? I'm so fucking excited. Team full of playmakers, coaching full of aggression and discipline. What a time to be an Eagles fan. It surely is, dude. I have never seen it. Look, I've seen playoffs, like, guys should be focused, but, man, the looks on their faces, the way they're acting, these guys, this is different this year. Like, this is different. This whole process is different now. The story that could happen is how they had that 23 downfall to not a fantastic beginning of the season with a lot of questions, So we'll see. Appreciate that super bad so much, dude. I'm gonna be going live tomorrow, so definitely I'll be going live tomorrow, so definitely check it out. If you guys have not either, okay, let me just do this quick. If you guys haven't either, check out the Philly Shakedown merch. We're running a promotion for the playoffs as of right now for the playoffs. So definitely go check it out. We have t-shirts, hoodies, all of that great stuff. We have some more stuff coming out as well. So definitely go check it out. If you buy 2 items, mix and match, whatever it is, you buy 2, you get free shipping. You buy 2 items, free shipping, and it'll be in there automatically at checkout. So definitely check out some of the merch, different colors, t-shirts. You can mix a hoodie and a t-shirt, whatever. Just go check it out. There's a lot of stuff in the store as of right now, and we've been working our butts off with it. So when you obviously buy something, you're supporting the Philly Shakedown, Philly 500, and my channel as well. So definitely go check it out. Link in the description and the live chat. So definitely check all it out if you guys have it. Appreciate the 227 that's in the chat right now. I mean, we're all excited, man. Like, what are you guys like? If you guys have concerns, or who's gonna have the biggest game? What is your biggest concern in this game? You guys let me know. I want to know from you guys what you guys think here. I gotta reload this because it's just happening. This chat thing is god awful, man. Not you guys, the chat thing that I'm fucking using to do this stuff. All right, hold on. Let me take that. Okay, we're back. Let's see here. Let's see. Good prices. Appreciate it. You pay. It's not. It's really good. It's really good quality. It's a high sprung cotton t-shirt. I have like 13 shirts. I wear them over and over again. So, Branson Slay retiring. Bradbury gone. Maddox gone and Rogers gone. We got Q, Ringo, Coop, and Eli Ricks going into next year. Yeah, that's not enough. I don't know. The Isaiah Rogers thing is going to be an interesting one. I don't know if they re-sign him or not. I think Isaiah Rogers is better than Keely Ringo right now. Yeah, guys see more Keely Ringo. I don't think it's enough right now. Sometimes there's a statue. At times, I don't. I'm not really sure on him playing press, even on man to man right now. I mean, he's been great on special teams, but I still have questions on Ringo. But we'll see. Eli Ricks obviously is, Eli Ricks has been pretty, he has starting capability. I think he plays better as a press quarter, but still needs another off season. So I don't think the Eagles have their number 2 as of right now. So I'm not really sure about that yet. I'm not entirely sure about it yet. All right, what's going on with this? All right, here we go. Ron, so my biggest concern, Jalen 100%, only because he's been out for about 3 weeks. I'm worried about his rust. I don't know how much of it will affect his decision. Yeah, no, I completely get it, dude. Like, I think I was kind of worried about that. I'm not really worried about that anymore. I think he'll be fine. I don't think it's impossible to say that he might have a little bit of rust, but I don't think it's anything to really, I don't think it's anything to really be, worried about, to be honest with you. I just don't force him in a groove. Like, obviously, don't make him throw a 60-yard pass and make him throw fucking 3 times in the first series and get nowhere. Like, let him engage in this offense a little differently with the short passing game. It should be success. Middle of the field should be very successful with no Jair Alexander. I don't think they really have a chance against Devontae Smith or AJ Brown, or how the Packers are really going to attack it on top of the run game with Saquon Barkley. So if they put an extra guy in the box because of Saquon Barkley, then they're going to have to play zone or something, because then if it's a play action pass or something, I think somebody's going to make plays constantly. You know what I mean? So I think somebody's going to go out there and do some good things. So we'll see how it goes, but that's where we're kind of at right now. See. Ringo is in year 2, but yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. He's going into year 2. It is what it is. He's in year 2 right now, so Brad said he was a project. He's improving like crazy. Kyle says, Joey, I won't get to watch the game tomorrow because I gotta work. Ah, it sucks. I've been in the same situation. So Keith Don, what's going on? Appreciate the super chat so much. Do we win Super Bowl if Andy Reid coaches current team? No, I mean, at the end of the day, dude, like I think it was just to a point where Andy Reid needed to leave because of just after that horrible season that he had. And then, sometimes these coaches just need to go somewhere else, new background, new team. You know, I don't think so, no. I don't. Nick coaches this team very differently than others. Um, you know, so we'll see. Well, I think we're fine. Let's see here. Brand says Ringo is an A+ tackler. He's sticky in coverage, got size and length, fights the ball. I like him. Yeah, I don't think he's that sticky as everyone thinks he is. I think he still has some room for improvement. I don't think they're set at number 2 right now. So if they do sign Isaiah Rodgers, then obviously that Keely Ringo will stick to special teams. He'll take a back seat for another year if that's the case. So we'll see what happens. Yo, Shark with those super. Thank you so much for being generous, man. He says biggest concern is Jake. Hopefully, we won't put him in a bad position and we position to need him. Not worried about QB1. Interested to see how Kellen calls this game. Yeah, it's really on Kellen calling the game. Jake Elliott has to be. If Jake Elliott is not on kickoff, if he's not taking over kickoff for Braden Mann, we might be in fucking trouble. With him, not just say the whole game, but for him, I don't know if I trust him 40+ yards kicking a field goal. I don't think he'll kick over 50+. I don't know if really you could trust that right now. I'm not comfortable right now. So if Braden Mann is doing the kicks, okay. If we see Braden Mann on kickoff from the start, and we'll see if they make an adjustment, you got to keep that leg warm for Jake. I think as more as you do that, I think he'll just be better in the game. He'll be more accurate. You can't sit this guy the entire game. Leg is cold. Okay? Leg is cold. And then he needs to make the biggest kick of the game. I don't want us to be I'm hoping we don't put ourselves in that situation realistically. But we're going to probably need to take some points here or there. If we need to kick a field goal and take some points, take some points. But I want the easy points to be missed, That's where I'm kind of at with that whole situation, man. And I'm not worried about Hurts. I could probably agree it's more of Kellen's, play calling, what he's going to do there. So we'll see how that, how that happens, where that goes, when we get to there. Dev said if Jake screws up Baltimore, we got to get a new kicker. Yeah. I think they should work out another kicker next for the offseason, honestly. They could, who knows, man? At the end of the day, what if Jake misses 3 kicks in this game, but they still win the game? I think they should still bring in a new kicker, honestly. They probably should. Kickers' careers can go within a game. That's how fast it is. Pick 6 Nick says, I can't sleep, bro. I'm ready for this game, bro. I'm fucking ready to go. I'm ready to go, man. Chris says, if we win the toss, are you taking the ball? No, I think I want to go on defense first. I think I want to make a statement with the defense first, honestly. I like getting the ball at half. That's just me, though. Either or, I'm fine with it, but I like going on defense first, Reese says Dotson will make the catch unlike Quez when needed, hopefully. Yeah, realistically, guys, we know, we're kind of asking ourselves to this point, why the hell did they trade for Jahan Dotson? A 3rd-round pick and a 7th-rounder, never involved. It's just blocking most of the time, or he's just standing on the, he's standing for a dump-off pass, downfield a little bit. And unfortunately, Quez Watkins could never... He's had his highs, he's had his lows, and then after that Super Bowl, bro, and that fucking ball went through his hands, you can't rely on Quez Watkins for those big moments when you really need him, and that was the biggest problem with him. And then Olamide Zaccheaus was another guy that I thought the Eagles never really gave him an opportunity at all. They really never did. They're using him, Commanders are using him as a punt returner. He's making plays. He's making plays this season for the Commanders. Like, I just don't think the Eagles just like that position. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, but like, why did you trade for him? I mean, is it a waste? No, because you can keep him for another year. He only costs like $3.5 million next season, so he's relatively cheap to keep him. So I still question that. And then when I saw that Giants game, and when he's the number one guy obviously with a lot of backups in, I mean, damn, he looks better than everybody. And that's what I was hoping to see from him in that game. Like, he looked better than everybody. Okay, he had like 90 something yards. I forgot how many catches. It was like 5 or 6. Forgot something like that. So I thought it looked pretty good. I thought it looked pretty good. Keon says last games of regular season with Dotson and Kenny both established good trade value for both of them. Yeah, I mean, look, it's hard to trade somebody in their last year because all teams are going to do is wait till they become free agents. Like, there's no pressure for other teams to go try to trade for somebody, give up draft compensation, where they could just say, hey, you know what? Let's just wait. Or there's a team out there that knows they're not going to get, or not those they're not going to be able to sign him, that his price is going to run up, and they decide to say, you know what, let's. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. You'd have to trade him before, before the off season. You're not trading him now. You need him right now. So I think he walks. Honestly, I think that's where it's going to go. I think he completely walks. Completely walks. Let's see. Brandon Harris says Milton Williams, 26, Zach Bond, 27, Mekhi Becton, 26, and Isaiah, 26. What 3 do you sign, and which one are you letting walk? I'm signing Zach Bond, Becton. I'd probably... I don't know. It depends on what they. I don't know. It depends. I don't know. It just really depends. The problem is, I don't know what we don't know what their draft board looks like and who they really want. So I'm not really sure. It's really between Isaiah Rodgers and Milton Williams. Like, I'd rather keep Milton, but at the same time, like, I don't think Ringo and Eli Ricks are going to be ready to be the number 2 next year. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of down the middle. So if I'm going to have to say it, I would say Isaiah Rodgers, because I feel like you can get a rotational DT behind Jordan Davis and obviously Jalen Carter. So, I think they have to get some DT depth, regardless, sooner or later. You're gonna pay Jalen Carter in a couple of years. You got to pay Milton this year. It makes no sense. Between these other contracts, you're gonna have to sign as well. So, and move some money around. I think Milton walks. I think Josh Sweat walks. And obviously, if Brandon Graham doesn't come back, that's gonna be even worse, because now it's like your edge rush position is gonna be a fucking disaster going to next year. I mean, if they got like a TJ Watt and Aiden Hutchinson type of player on the edge like that, I mean, the guy from fucking Penn State, I know he probably will go top 10 most likely, but it's hard to, I think they'll end up hitting on somebody in the draft, but edge rusher's got to be, if you lose Graham and Sweat, they're going to have to trade for, my opinion, without giving away a first round pick, they're going to have to trade for a fucking edge rusher, a veteran, and then they're going to have to draft one in the first round. They're going to have to double dip in that. So if they do that, then I could see them not signing Milton Williams. I don't need to sign Milton Williams if they're going to get 2 edge rushers, and then they can go get some more depth at DT. Oh, Jomo has been pretty good. Thomas Booker's okay. Like, I think he's productive, but he's not crazy, fantastic. But I think that would be my plan. If you don't lose Graham, if you let Sweat walk, which most likely that's going to happen, and then you keep Graham, then I think you can just draft an edge rusher in the first round. You know what I mean? But as of right now, I think things have got to change a little bit. So I don't mind taking a hit at DT without Milton Williams. I could take the hit depth wise and go get another getting another rotational guy and producing him. We want to produce. Like, there's nothing wrong with signing free agents. The more you draft well, the less free agents you have to sign every year, the more cap space you're going to have every year. That's the way it really goes. So that's the way it goes most of the time. Shark with the super chat. So I want to see 14 and 26 in the backfield together. Yeah, they haven't done that since the first game of the season, bro. They haven't done that since the first game of the season. You know? It's like, damn, dude. Like, I missed that. Even Will Shipley and Barkley. Remember, Will Shipley is going to be a fucking talent. Now, the only problem I have with Will Shipley is that to me, he's very. When he runs in the straight line, let me tell you, when he runs in the straight line, he runs in the straight line. That guy runs in the straight line so straight. I'm like, damn, this guy like doesn't. He has no moves. Like he just wants to hit somebody most of the time, and he moves the pile pretty well. But watching him in the passing game is crazy. Hold on, I just fucking watching him in the passing game is insane. Like throwing to Will Shipley in open space. Remember when Tanner McKee pretty much got hit, was getting tackled to the ground? He dumped it off with one hand to Will Shipley, and he made the first. I mean, oh god, it's disgusting. It's disgusting how good he is at open space in the passing game. It's ridiculous, dude. That's a Kellen Moore-esque type back, dual threat back that they've wanted, and I think Will Shipley has a lot to give to this offense. I really do. I think he's got a lot to give, man. A lot to give. We got 237 in the chat, by the way. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. I will be live streaming the game tomorrow. Definitely like the stream. Unfortunately, because of the incident with the so I ended up getting a warning strike. Not a strike for the channel, but a warning strike. I know Philly just got one the other day for this sponsorship crap we've been doing. My channel has been blacklisted pretty much, shadow banned pretty much. So obviously, a lot of these videos aren't necessarily doing well like they used to. Algorithms not doing well because of it, and it's been happening for a while now. So it's want to let everybody know what's been really going on with that. But Kyle says, Joey, we could trade back and draft 2 edge rushers in the second. Potentially. Do they draft 2? Probably not. Not that early. I'd say 1, but 2, no, probably not. Appreciate that super shark, by the way. Khalil Mack, a free agent going into 25. Yeah. I mean, we thought he was going to be trade bait this year, but man, he's how old is he? 33, 34? He's up there, man. But he looked really good today. Pick 6 Dixie. Abdul Carter gives Parson vibes, maybe even better. The dude is for real. He plays like Hassan and Parsons big. Yeah, well, I really hope he has a better fucking attitude. Like I really hope he has a good attitude, and doesn't look like one of the most weaker individuals off the field that I've ever seen. And the target that he puts on his back for the shit that he says. I thought Slay was bad, man. Fucking damn, that guy is worse. That guy is as bad, even worse than I expected, bro. I mean, just crazy. Polynesian spot dance. What's going on? Clark says, would Hargrave come back cheap? Yeah, so there's been rumors, or at least a report, that it looks like Hargrave might be available after this year. Apparently they're supposed to release him. I don't know. They're supposed to release him. And apparently they're going to try to bring him back, but he might not even come back. I'd be shocked if he came back, to be honest with you. Like, that team now, like, they had the last couple of years to win a Super Bowl. Realistically, they had the last couple of years to win a Super Bowl. They couldn't do that. And now they have to pay Brock Purdy. Brock's going to make a lot of money. That's happening. Okay. Brock Purdy is going to make a lot of fucking money. Like, a lot of money. He might try to get highest paid in the league, honestly. He's been to a Super Bowl. He's won playoff games. They're in the shit with that team now. And now they got a bunch of injuries. There's a bunch of guys coming off ACLs and all these injuries now. And, they got to get prepared for next season. Not saying that the 49ers are in a downfall, but look, I didn't want to pay Javon Hargrave when he was going to be a free agent. I mean, there was no way at 30 years old I was paying that much money for a fucking a DT. It wasn't happening. So obviously the Eagles drafted 2 DTs in the first round, which was great those 2 years. Joe F says, "Hey, Joey, we're here to support everybody hating you and 500 are some of the realest Eagles YouTubers out. Hey, we're as realistic could be, especially here, man. Like, I don't sugarcoat on anything. You want, I don't sugarcoat a damn thing." Young Species, bro, we cannot do like the Chargers, come out strong and only take field goals. We got to go out there juggler and not go for the juggler and not play around with the cheeseheads. No, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Well, they couldn't even run the fucking football. It's number one. Like, I mean, Quentin Johnson sucks, dude. Like, first round bust, bro. Like, that guy sucks. That guy can't even catch a fucking football. Like, why is he even still there? I mean, realistically, why is he even fucking there? Like, their receivers, like, I don't know. Not a big fan. Besides Lad McConkey, he's fucking. I love Lad McConkey. Not only because he was from Georgia, but I thought he was fantastic. I loved seeing that guy in college. Lad McConkey was. Oh man, he's such a. I think he had like 200. I think he had over 200 yards. I don't know if he had over 200. I thought he had like 167, but I thought he had 200 in that game he played today. I forgot. Yeah, it was BetUS. Yeah. It's not their fault. It's not on them. It's on YouTube. It's YouTube. It's not on. Oh, he had 188. That's great. Lad McConkey, 180 yards. Great. No, it was on YouTube. Michael Williams is another good edge rusher coming out of the draft. Yeah, I've heard his name. I've heard his name a lot. So realistically, yeah, I think if they lose Sweat and Graham, they're gonna trade for a defensive end. They're going to trade for one. Trying not to give up a trying not to give up a first round pick. I think they'll trade for one. And then get one in the first round. I'm not even kidding, dude. I'm not even kidding. Offensively, what do they need? They're set. The only free agents you have are offensively are Kenneth Gainwell, Fred Johnson. I think Driscoll's a free agent too. It's not that much. It's really nothing. Yeah, but Kai Becton. Becton's gonna get resigned. I mean, Becton is gonna get resigned. There's no fucking. He ain't gonna cost that much. He played guard for 1 year. He ain't gonna get. What do you think he's gonna get? It's not gonna be that much. His first year playing at guard. He's not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go to another. His biggest mistake, what he went through with the Jets, he'd be stupid to leave this team. I mean, he knows how he's close to the guy. Like, there's no he's in the best situation of his fucking life. There is no way. There's no way. Brand says, Bond 15 mil, so 19 after Bond. Becton maybe 10, and maybe Milton for 8. Maybe. Pick 6 Dick says, hell yeah. Hassan is in it only for the money. It's sad. That's why a few Jalen Money cool championships are, yeah. Money's cool, but championships are better. Yeah. Of course he's in for the money, bro. And he, you know what? And Reddick deserves it. I never was against him not getting it. He deserves it, but the Eagles just weren't in that financial bind to give him at 30 or going to be 30 years old. When the offseason was here, he wasn't even 30 years. I mean, going to be 30 years old and getting that much, 20 plus a year, there was no fucking way. Brand said Mike Green actually produced the best edge season in college and has the pass rushing moves Michael's hype and projection. Brad said Howard, 20 years old. Brad Howard says 20 years old and athletic but no production. Rylan, what's going on, man? He says, I miss Hargrave so much. What a reunion that would be. How many Hassan, how about Hassan, Joey? How would you feel if he came back, if the situation presented itself with it or against it? I don't know. I mean, I like him I like his attitude. Like I don't dislike him. Like I think the Jets did him dirty. I think he did nothing wrong. I think what he did was he said, "Hey, I'm just letting you guys know, like, I'm gonna hold out because this is what I want and I deserve it." And he does deserve it. I mean, the double-digit sacks, to do it 3, 4 times, I mean, straight years is unheard of. Okay. That guy deserves more than $15 million a year. That's chump change. It's still a lot of money, but it's chump change at the end of the day. Remember, Hassan Reddick came to Philadelphia, on a fucking cheaper deal. Okay. He could have signed for big money elsewhere, but from Camden or from played at Temple. Sorry, played at Temple. Derek Barnett, I think, was the pick right after Derek Barnett was the pick right after Reddick was in the 17th draft. Okay. I don't know. I don't mind it, but you know what? At the end of the day, dude, like I don't know what the number's gonna be. We need to produce young guys. Like, it's time now. Look what Vic Fangio has done with with Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell. Like look at all these young players, man. Like, don't you want to just like I understand like you might have to jump out a free agent here or there. Like it's gonna happen sooner or later. You need some vets in there. I get it. If you're not going to go after a specific position in the draft, then yeah, sure. You try to trade for somebody or you sign a free agent, you pay somebody, you call it a day, you don't got to worry about it for the next few years. Um, it just depends on what he wants. I mean, I don't know if he's declining. I mean, he held out so fucking long, he hurt himself at the end of the day. But I get why he did it, and he only has what a half sack to a sack. Well, I don't know what he's got. 1 sack, 2 sacks on the year. I mean, that was really it. I don't know how many tackles he had. Joe said, "I think it's fucked up. Upcoming draft we addressed left tackle, right tackle or an edge rusher, whichever is better at our draft position because Lane is getting up there in age." Yeah, well, here's the thing. The thing is that the other idea to Lane retiring is that if you do sign Mekhi Becton, you always have the option to put him as a right tackle for Lane if he retires in a couple years. So that's the one thing you can do with Mekhi Becton. Like, Becton can go right to right tackle. Okay, Jeff Stoutland will do the right thing for this team, but you have the option there. If you sign Mekhi Becton, you could sign him to right tackle. Now, I don't know what I think obviously Tyler Steen is a better right guard than a left guard. So potentially Tyler Steen almost could have, if Mekhi Becton wasn't here, I think they signed Becton because it was a huge opportunity at 25. Mekhi Becton is 25 years old to get into that right guard spot. They were neck and neck in competition, but Tyler Steen had some injuries, unfortunately, in the offseason program. So we'll see what happens, but I think that would be the plan going forward. We got Malata 2.0. Yeah, the guy from Michigan is another guy that I really want to see play, but he's been hurt like a couple times this year. I forgot his name. I always forget his name every time. I always draw a blank. The guy from Michigan that won the national championship. Starter, didn't give up a sack last year for Michigan. Trevor Keegan, there you go. Thank you, Ethan. Yeah, that's another guy I'm actually really pumped about. Another guy I'm actually pretty excited about. So, Kennard's not bad either. Kennard's actually pretty good too. He's actually pretty solid. Like, I think they have a lot of solid guys that aren't ready for the big stage to be a starter yet, but I think Tyler Steen could start. I don't see why not. I think another off season under his belt. Like I said, Tyler Steen can go right to that right guard spot if they want to put Mekhi Becton at right tackle. I mean, the Eagles are probably not going to move Mekhi Becton. They'll probably just draft a right tackle at this point. So I think it's another couple years and Lane retires. We'll see what happens, man. Yo, Xander Van Elsis, what's going on, man? Appreciate the super chat so much. Says Shake Squad, let's go Birds. We're whooping that ass tomorrow. I'm fucking ready, dude. I'm fucking ready. I'm ready. I can't sleep. I can't sleep. It's 12:38 right now. I can't sleep. But I think we're all pretty pumped. We're all pretty pumped up for tomorrow. So like the off season, like I said, like I want to worry about Sunday. I want to worry about tomorrow. Like obviously we'll have things to talk about. Hopefully we're not going to start to talk about these things after tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping. But I feel pretty good about it. Feel pretty good. So we have 264 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. This channel has been shadow banned by YouTube, and I need everybody to hit the like button because it helps out tremendously. Unfortunately, things happen. So and definitely subscribe if you are new. We're going to be live streaming the game tomorrow. I'll be at my girlfriend's house as usual, and I'm just, going to be doing a live play-by-play and going to be yelling, hopefully in a good way tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. The shakedown, I don't know what time we're doing it. It might be midnight. It might be midnight-ish, or it might be earlier. So I don't know, depending on what's going on. Oh, the Australian kid that they got from the international whatever the international whatever it was. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot his fucking name. Yeah, we'll see what he does. They've been they've been actually using him at guard and tackle, which is pretty good. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, McMahon. I don't know if McMahon's still on the practice squad. I don't know if he is. McMahon could play all interior spots. Who do you play for? NC State? I forgot who he played for. McMahon could play center in both guard spots. Obviously, if you're a backup in Jeff Stalin's room, like you have to know more than one position, and that's like been the rule the entire time. So, yo, Shark, appreciate the super chat, man. Says all them guys are happy being an Eagle. I trust Howie to get it done, or he'll bring in others that want to be here. We revived Bond, Becton, and Barkley. I know. We've taken Barkley from a bad situation and put him in a fantastic situation. 2,000-yard rusher. Becton from a horrible situation to a great situation. And I cannot see Becton going anywhere. Like, I don't care what his agent says. He'll say, dude, I need to stay in Philadelphia. However we can do it, we need to work it out. So, you know. And Zach Bond, like, I don't know what I know he had the press conference in the locker room last week or this past week. I don't know if it was this past week or last week. It said, it's out of my hands, but I'm hoping I can stay in Philadelphia, and hopefully he does, man. I will be literally pissed. That will be the number one re-sign that I'm going to be pissed off about. If they let him walk. Like, look, I understand, like, Jeremiah Trotter Jr.'s back there, but you're literally going to hit the reset button again. Like, I mean, why did you sign him to a one-year deal? To know if he's going to be the linebacker of the future? Is that the plan? And it looks like he is. And you haven't re-signed him yet. You've waited week after week after week after week. I think he's fucking proven himself so far. He's proven himself so far. But we'll see. Peyton Nick says Packers gonna have to beat us on the ground to win because we locking shit down. Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. These guys are so fucking. I mean, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be fucking nuts. The Penn State guy says Eagles too many weapons for Pac D to stop a D play at high level. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, literally if I was to have one issue about the defense right now, I just really hope, like if I was to nitpick and say, what is like my biggest, like I need to see some fucking picks, bro. Like I need to see I need to see some picks. Like I think regardless to turnovers, I think they've been pretty damn good this year. But man, I want to see some more picks. If I was to nitpick anything else, really it comes down to like these edge rushers. Like I want to see, like, you're gonna have, you're not in a 3-man rotation now. Now you're gonna have Bryce Huff into the mix, and Fangio will do the right thing because he doesn't play favorites. He doesn't have any favoritism. Lakin Vakalahi. Yeah, I knew it started with a fucking L. I didn't know. Kyle says Joey Fangio should be assistant coach of the year. He said 2 or 3 more years at the start of the season. We at least got him through next year, depending on how you interpret what he said. Who are we talking about? McMahon's with the Rams. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I remember I remember they let him go a while ago. So, uh, he just didn't make the cut. I guess. You know, it happens. Oh, Lane. Yeah. Look, he could retire after this fucking year. He could retire after this year. If that's the case. You know what I mean? You never know. If he feels like his body is, I mean, look, you know, you're in the league 11, 12 years. Your body is taking a lot of your the way you have to train, the way you have to go through the, you know, it's a lot, dude. And your body goes through a lot of shit, especially as you get older. We all know this, you know. I'm 34 years old and I deal with a couple things that never go away, you know. Brandon Howard, we got. Let's see. Brandon Howard says we got bigger needs. That OT in the first year's draft. We need Becton. We need Becton locked up. Yeah. Ron says you think Smitty has a chance to be an All Pro, um, playing opposite of AJ. He hasn't made a Pro Bowl yet. It's pissing me off. I love Smitty. Yeah. I mean, look, not 1,000-yard season this year. It's taken a little bit of a. You know, he missed a couple games this year because of the hamstring. They rested him on top of it. Then he had the back spasms he was dealing with. And you have a 2,000. We got to remember, guys, we had a 2,000-yard rusher. AJ Brown probably had the quietest fucking 1,000-yard season I've ever fucking seen. Probably the quietest I've ever seen, to be honest with you. It was almost too quiet. I didn't even like it, just went by. I didn't even know it happened. You know what I mean? Even like AJ Brown is dealing with a knee injury right now. It's just something he's been dealing with. You know, he didn't. I think it was the Steelers and the Commanders game. I think those two games he shouldn't even played in that Commanders game, or I think it was the Commanders game, the first Commanders game he shouldn't even played in, um, because you know he wasn't even 100% healthy for those two games. You know what I mean? So guys are going to deal with injuries, and you know what I mean. Like Devontae Smith finally missed a couple games in his career, which he never does, but it's going to happen sooner or later, man. Like it just happens. Brand said if we win a Super Bowl, he might be considering walking out with BG into the sunset. Yeah, potentially. Potentially. Philly thinks says I'm excited for tomorrow. What's going on? He says we are going to put belt to ass on the Packers. I hope so. Brand says, dude, he's 36 and played through so much injuries. It's just not about what he wants, but his body can't handle. He'll be 30. Dude, is Lane Johnson really that fucking old right now? Really? Is he really 36? No, he's not 36. Is he really 36, 37? What the fuck? Branson, wild. He's still the best at that age, shutting down TJ Watt. Look what he did to fucking. Look what he did to what's his face to the the NFC Championship game in 22. Look what he did to fucking what's his face that game. He like fucking tackled it. He fucking destroyed him. Nick Bosa. I mean, he is. I mean, I don't know why he gets such disrespect. I don't fucking get it. I really don't. Oh, BG 36. Okay, Lane 34. Okay, I was like 36. There's no fucking way. Shark with the super chat. What's going on, man? Appreciate it so much as usual. He says the only thing better than one ring is two rings. Tyreek Hill left to chase money. Now he just want to be on a good team. Guys are going to want to come here. I agree. Remember, there was a time where free agents were not a huge landing spot. Going to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles were an attractive place to go to. And I think guys are going to want to come here. I agree. Kyle Kokorski says, Joey, if we get a good edge rusher, Carter going to be unstoppable. Yeah. I mean, look, Carter made his first Pro Bowl. And how many sacks does Carter have for the year? It's not much. You know what I mean? The problem was earlier in the season before the bye, and I still think we had that issue, not as much as we did. But when those edge rushers are left one-on-one, how many times do we play this year? And the center and two guards are fucking double teaming on Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter because the edge rushers aren't making any impact one-on-one. So the offensive line is saying, the other team on the offensive line are saying, look, we're just going to double up on Carter, double up on Davis, and boom, that's it. You know what I mean? If all we have to do is block a linebacker, go it upfield, that's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean, you can't run the 5 men. You can't run the 5-man front either all the time. Put Zach Bond on the defensive line because then it just leaves N'Kobe Dean in the middle all by himself, and you can't implement that every single game. I mean, I would love to do that, but you can't do it all the time. You know. I mean, Carter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Carter got second T-ball. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right, right. Second T-ball pro. Yeah, that's pretty damn good, man. You know. Housecat said, "My dog, I just turned 32. I feel old as fuck." Or you mean for football? No, for football players. For football players. Yeah, you're in your 30s, sure. You know, I feel a difference in my body in my 30s than I did in my early 20s. 100%, no doubt. Brad says BG rotational at his age, laying for, on every down, much easier for BG. It just sucks, dude. Like BG was playing so that last game he fucking played, man. Like he was literally on a fucking course of man, he was playing so fucking well, dude. I was like, man, torn tricep, fuck, man. That sucks, dude. That's like a 4 to 6 month injury. It just sucks. He'll be back. If he's coming back, he'll be back by the start of OTAs and stuff. But man, that really fucking sucks. Yeah, Khalil Mack shouldn't be expensive. No. It's going to be up to Khalil Mack where he really wants to go. It's going to be really up to him to say, okay, well, he's obviously going to look for a good team, you know what I mean, after this year. So Matt says, speaking of 30s, I'm about to begin my 30s. I turned 30 this April, dude. Damn. Well, enjoy, man. I think when I was turning 29 to 30, I was really fucking depressed, dude. I want to yeah, I was really depressed. That was like my worst day. I think that was like the worst fucking day, honestly. Just throwing it out there. Alexander says Van Ellis is playing the best he's played in the last 3 years. Yeah, well, Mac is range. Well, that's fine, dude. When you're at an old age, that's what you're gonna do, bro. I don't blame players for doing that. Why do you think Dominican Sue and some of these guys are waiting it out to see like who they want to sign with? That shit. It happens. It happens. So I have no issue with it. I have no issue with it at all. Brand says ring chasing is good for us. We're a good destination for that. Oh yeah, we definitely are. Yeah, no doubt. Anybody off the street could sign with the Eagles right now. The Eagles picked up that Lewis sign from the first round pick from 22. That's actually a pretty good signing. I don't think it's for anything now, but I don't know if they're going to put him on special teams or something like that. But that's another guy that we really need like inside corners like bad. Like inside corner is like so empty right now. Like if DeJean, knock on wood, like DeJean gets hurt, you're fucked. Like you're done. Like you have no depth in that inside corner spot. Rodgers can't play on the inside. Ringo can't play on the inside. Ricks can't play on the inside. Quinion is the only guy that can play on the inside. But you're not gonna do that. Putting him on the inside is just, you don't do that. Oh no, I know. Sign is a safety. No, I know he is. Yeah, no, I know he is. I'm just saying in general, like, because he's a rangy corner, man. I mean, sorry, a rangy safety. I think they can move him around the field and do some things with him. So we'll see what happens. You know, I mean, the thing is, they're grabbing guys that have had first round grades. Okay, they're grabbing guys that either have been drafted in the first round, have had first round grades, and they're producing guys, and they're doing a pretty good. And I think if there's anybody to trust, it's going to be Vic Fangio to trust in that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Asante Samuel Jr. is another guy that's a free agent. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. Same. Joseph F says, yes, I've been saying we need inside corner depth, also better safety depth. I don't know if I fully trust our backup in coverage. The problem right now is that the problem with the backup safeties right now, the reason why they like the reason why that Fangio likes Trisha McCollum so much right now is because he actually could tackle better. Okay, his coverage ain't great, his tackling is good, but Sidney Brown has got to he's fucking reckless, dude. Like this guy is asking to have brain damage because he always fucking tackles with his head down. And how many tackles did he miss last week? You know what I mean? Like he's missing tackles, like he's going in like a fucking missile, and he's not even like taking technique or anything. He just wants to like fucking pop somebody with the hit stick every time he goes up to somebody. Sidney Brown's coverage, though, he can cover a lot of field by himself. I mean, he's quick. You know, so now I understand why Fangio has never had Sidney Brown as a backup. Before Fangio got here, he was pretty much the starting to the backup safety role. But now it's like, Tristan McCollum, I think he's a physical player, and he's missed some tackles too, but he's better at it. He's got better technique for him than Sidney Brown. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Like James Bradbury, he was supposed to be out 7 to 9 weeks. I don't, and then it's been fucking quiet. Like what's going on? And he's getting a lot of fucking money too. He's another guy with a big contract right now. You know what I mean? Because they didn't sign Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I don't know if that was the reason last year. So remember what happened with Chauncey, where Chauncey didn't sign with the Eagles immediately, and he could have. He sat out the first day of free agency. He just wanted to sit and wait because I think he wanted to get paid as a safety. I think a lot of teams were looking at Chauncey as a cornerback more than a safety. He wanted to get top safety money because of what he did with the Eagles. Look like Howie Roseman didn't even want to give that type of contract out. So they signed. So they apparently. So I don't know. His agent was like an idiot because he signed for less money with Detroit, and Howie Roseman offered him like a 3-year, $22 million, $8 million a year. I don't know what the fucking deal was. It was like $22 million for 3 years, something like that. And I don't know what the fuck happened. And then not even a day later, Bradbury got signed a bigger contract. We signed him for 13, 14 million a year. He could have got paid 15, 16 from other teams. We paid him 13, 14, and he's making a lot of money right now. So I have no fucking idea. I wish I knew all the numbers, but I don't. Bradbury is swoop now. 125 said, hey, Joey, we're better than we were in 22. We need to win the Super Bowl. Occasions like these don't show up often. Yeah, it's like the reason why we're better than 22, obviously running back we're better. I think Hurts has played better, but we've ran the ball a lot this year. Receivers, I think I think we have a better playbook behind what we're doing this year. Defensively, I think the difference is the Eagles have actually put compensation into their fucking secondary. I mean, who would have expected the Eagles to draft 2 DBs the first 2 fucking rounds of the draft? Not me, because realistically, I fell in love with Quinion right after the fucking Senior Bowl that he had and how physical he was, and he was going after the best in college, and he was shutting everybody down. I was like, yeah, that's going to be our dude, more than Terron Arnold. I really wasn't on the Terron Arnold wagon that much. I mean, I would have gotten either or regardless. But what really helped us get Cooper DeJean was, we still had to jump in front of Green Bay, but the Eagles, the draft went completely different. 14, 15 offensive players went off the board. 15 picks later. That's, every time an offensive player is going to take off the board, that's another opportunity for the Eagles where they could storm in that second round. DeJean is a first round talent, and he was a fourth alternate this year. You know what I mean? And he's had probably one bad game this season. I think it was the Panthers game where he just didn't do well against Adam Thielen. and he had that fucking punt return fumble. Um, Sidney Jones tore Achilles. Stupid, fucking stupid that was. We would have drafted. We would have drafted Sidney Jones. Sidney Jones was their main target. It was their top target that draft in 17. But you know, Brand says I like seeing Sidney, CJ, and Reed going into next year. I think we can wait till next year to look at safety. Yeah, probably. I think they'll be fine. Safety backups. I don't think they really have to get anybody depth wise. I think they're okay, but we'll see. Depends, like if they have more trust in Sidney Brown. I like Sidney Brown to be a little bit better on his tackling. You know, Kyle says, Joey, we also got a superior coordinator on defense, and oh yeah, I mean that's a huge. Well, that's what I'm saying. You're producing we're actually producing young players. You're not depending on your defensive line every single game with a fucking secondary that you're literally going to get exposed with. If a player gets hurt on the defensive line, we would flip out about it because literally, like the bread and butter of that team that year was the trenches. It still is. We still value the trenches. Yeah, the Eagles had a 70 sack season. You don't have that this year number wise. You don't have a 70 sack season. You're replacing those 70 sacks with obviously turnovers, fumble recoveries, interceptions. Like you're replacing it with a lot TFLs. There's a lot that goes into it than just the stats of getting sacks. So I'm glad that they actually turned the leaf. So there's two things that Howie Roseman really did change this year when it comes to what he used to do in his philosophy. One thing is he paid a running back $12 million that we didn't expect him to do. When me and Philly 500 talked about it, we were like, we think Saquon would be like Saquon would be like the move that no one expected. I mean, I didn't think he was in. I thought he was going to play well. Sorry. Excuse me. I thought he was going to play well, but I didn't think he was going to play that well. You know what I mean? Like 2,000-yard season, I thought 1,500, 1,600 yards, but not what he did, first year on the Eagles. That was pretty fucking fast. High expectations for him, too. A lot of pressure on him. Okay, so paying a running back $12 million, not just a back that any back can look good behind his defensive line. DeAndre Swift, Miles Sanders. I mean, just guys like, Wendell Smallwood, like anybody you could put behind this offensive line, that's how it is. The second philosophy that they did, I just had a brain fart after that sneeze. Oh yeah, the second philosophy that they did, that they normally don't do is they draft DBs early, like the first, second rounds, like no, drafting a number one corner for the future, like about fucking time. And Cooper DeJean, I think Cooper DeJean playing inside was a great move for them this season. Okay, I think Cooper DeJean I think he could be a move around Malcolm Jenkins type of player for this defense, a Swiss Army knife type player, going forward. So, I don't know everything. I'm not right about everything. So if you hear anything I'm saying right now, like this is just my opinion. I don't know this for sure, but that's just how I think of things. When it comes to this team going forward and just where we're at as a team right now, and you know. Second chance, Shigaraki. What's going on, man? So Vic's got some great help as well. Our defensive line coach, linebacker, defensive back coaches are all great. Oh yeah, that's another thing to talk about. The three coaches that can't, like the three positional coaches, it's already enough we're worrying about. It's already enough we're not where we have to worry about Kellen Moore fucking leaving. Okay, he already got interviews with the Jaguars. He's already got an interview with the fucking Saints already. So that's a whole other thing we got to talk about. But realistically, with the positional coaches, the three coaches you really need to keep. Christian Parker with the cornerbacks done a phenomenal job. Obviously, he was with Vic Fangio in Denver. Clinton Hurt with the defensive line. He's fantastic. And Bobby King with the linebackers. Bobby King, Al Shire that signed with the Texans, that got big money with the Texans. He produced him at a high level. Bobby King has like 10 plus years of experience with linebackers, and Fangio didn't even sign. Fangio didn't even, that wasn't even Fangio's signing. Fangio talked about Bobby King. I remember someone asked about, oh, what do you think about Bobby King and what he's done? He's like, honestly, like I didn't, some of the other some of the other assistant coaches told him about Bobby King and how good he is with the linebackers, and he said, all right, we'll just sign him then. Let's do it. Those are the three dudes. Those are the three dudes that really can't leave. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with the positional coaching staff going forward. Brands' Q top 5, but not the best. But when he starts tracking the ball and getting picked, oh yeah, he should have had like 5 this year, dude. Like if he adds, I think in time, I think just as a rookie, just being a rookie this year, like I think he was top 2 in deflections when being targeted. But realistically, I think I think once he can start tracking the football better, and he's got to really go, he needs to go like full display like this offseason. He really needs to work on that. He starts adding that, forget it. It's going to be fucking nuts. It's going to be crazy. Ron thank you so much. Says, you think Fangio will eventually move Coop outside to replace Slay? Make Coop and Q are outside. I mean, it's a good idea. It's not a bad idea. It's definitely something like that I'm not against, but it's really hard to find an inside corner. It's not fucking easy. It's not easy to find inside guys that can cover tight ends, that can cover slot receivers. It's not fucking easy finding guys like that, especially in zone. You're playing some zone, you're playing off ball at times. You need to find somebody that's like A+ in tackling. Like, I think inside is way fucking harder to play than outside. That's just my opinion. So that's all. That's another thing they could definitely do. There's no doubt about that. So you're definitely right on that. Yeah, we got Ryan Dowdy. What's going on, man? Appreciate you becoming a member to the camper tier. Thank you so much, man. Guys, click the link above and become a member, because I'm gonna be doing a lot of reaction tape videos to a lot of draft prospects. If you become a member, doesn't matter what level it is, you could be any level, you will see all those videos, all the videos on all the players from the draft. I'll be going over all of the reaction tape because a lot of it gets copyrighted, so I usually do those for the members. So definitely become a member up top in the top live chat, pin live chat up top. You could, as little as $2 a month, you could see all those videos coming really soon. So, highly advise everybody to do that. Appreciate so much, Ryan. So much. Lies just facts. He can cover and tackle anyone, which is rare as fuck. Yeah, I mean, Cooper is sticky. He's got a high IQ. He could track the football. He's done such a good job, man. Fantastic job. As much as I don't want him on punt return too much, I mean, it's kind of making me nervous a little bit, but Cooper needs to stay inside. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the case too. Like, they could change his position, but he's played inside for an entire year. It's almost like, yeah, let's just keep him there. I mean, why not? Finding a number 2 shouldn't be horrible, but depending if they keep Isaiah Rodgers, depending on a lot of things going on this season, we'll see what happens. But should be really interesting. We got 242 people to chat. Appreciate everybody. If you guys have it, definitely subscribe, because we cover the Eagles every single day. I will be live streaming the game tomorrow. Live play-by-play reaction, yelling, hoping it's in good hands. So we'll see what happens. Like the stream if you guys have it. Helps us tremendously, or helps me tremendously. So I appreciate it. If you guys, I haven't done this. We got Xander, Ven, Elsis. What's going on, man? Appreciate you becoming a camper tier member. Thank you so much, man. So much. The draft videos, the draft reaction videos are coming soon. I usually do like one every single day. Not right now. Once we get through the playoffs, we'll be good to go. So if you guys haven't picked up a membership for as little as $2, you'll see a lot of videos per month. A lot of videos. So definitely check it out. Appreciate Xander so much for that. So much, man. Means a whole lot. Means a whole lot in the world. If you guys haven't checked out The Philly Shakedown merch, we're running a promotion right now, a huge promotion. If you buy 2, you get free shipping on your orders. So definitely go check it out if you guys have not. We've been working our tails off with the merch and all of that. So definitely check out. It could be a hoodie, it could be anything, mix and match. You buy 2 things, it's free shipping. So definitely go check it out if you guys have not. We got the Fly Saquon Fly shirts, which I have one of these shirts as well. Freaking awesome. So go check it out in the description. It's high quality print, high quality, high sprung t-shirt. So you can wash it 13 times. Doesn't crumble, doesn't fade, doesn't do anything. Email me if anything. So go check out all this stuff. Link in the description for all of that and in the live chat as well. So I appreciate it so much from everybody. You're supporting Philly 500, you're supporting this channel, and you're supporting the Philly Shakedown. So once you go to checkout, the automatic free shipping will be there. So I appreciate it so much. Helps us out a lot. I appreciate it. We like putting out good stuff. We have a really nice artist that's in Florida right now that does a really good job. His name is Omar. Nice guy. Does a lot of work for us. Okay. I had a brain. My brain is like running at like 1,000,000 miles a minute because I'm like so amped up. We have welcome to the Camper Tier, man. Appreciate it so much for joining up on all the extra content you're gonna be getting soon. So I appreciate it so much, man. 3 members already today. For some reason, you can't gift members on here. I don't know why. I don't know if it was taken away from me or not. I'm not sure. But gifted members aren't there. Gifted memberships aren't there either. So appreciate it so much. Young Speed 33, what's going on, man? Appreciate you, Joey. Good stuff on the Birds content. We got the game tomorrow. Gonna have smoked Gouda on the menu. Hurt's about to keep the main thing the main thing. I agree. I agree, bro. Totally. Hurts is locked in, bro. From that press conference he had the other day, did you see it? Like, he didn't want to hear nothing from anybody. I don't even think he wanted to do the fucking press conference. That guy was just like, I don't want to talk about the fucking concussion. Like, I can give a shit less about it. Why can't we gift members? I don't know. It's just not there anymore. It disappeared. I don't know if YouTube is being dumb. So I don't know what happened. Unfortunately, this channel has been blacklisted pretty much from the stupid warning strike that I got, which was not my fault, but unfortunately, it was because of the sponsorship. I don't know what happened. So Mike says, "Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't be watching college. Kind of need to start. There's such damn much to watch. Yeah, I know. Well, that's the reason why a lot of us are here to talk about it. You know what I mean? So if you want to know about stuff, just come here and we'll talk about it. Because honestly, I can't watch college. I have 2 jobs, dude. Like I don't tell people this, but I work like 2 fucking jobs, literally. It's tough to watch football on Saturdays and doing what I do on Sunday. It's not easy. It's you know what I mean? I've watched a few games this year. I can't watch like every week. It's impossible. Like totally impossible. So but if you guys haven't, this stream is sponsored by BetUS, so go check them out if you guys have it. I appreciate it so much. Appreciate it so much. Check it out. We got Matt Weeks, member for 31 months, bro. Over 2 years. Damn. Crazy. Let's F it go. We are ready. EAGLES. Eagles. Let's go. I want to stab. Oh, God. I swear, man. You see, like, all the news outlets now are talking about the Eagles and how, like, Jalen Hurts with the passing game. Like, they're still on this bullshit about this fucking passing game. Do these guys not know that we have a 2,000-yard rusher this year? Like, I don't get it, dude. I don't fucking get it. A 2,000-yard rusher, and they're talking about if Jalen Hurts, if he can't get the passing. Like, what? I mean, 14-win season, bro. It's like, it's fucking, they're giving the Packers way too much fucking respect. And you know what? Fine. That's fucking fine, bro. So I feel like Hurts is going to be locked in. Fangio going to do his thing. It's fucking true, bro. He even says, we feeling good. We win in this game. We got House Cat with a super chat. Thank you so much. He says, we got you, bro. I appreciate it, House Cat, so much, man. You know it means a lot. You know it means a lot to me. I don't say it much, but I definitely don't take things for granted. That's for damn sure. Mike says we get past, we just don't pull it out like we need to. Xander Vale says, I'm with 500. I wish Kelly Green was our uniform every game. Yeah, like I wish I you know what? Because I haven't seen it when we actually wore them last year. Like I want to see what they looked like now. Like, we haven't worn them since like 2012. I forgot when's the last time we wore them. I forgot what year it was. Or maybe it was earlier than that. I don't remember. But holy shit, dude. Like when I saw those things, I was like, you fall in love, man. I mean, at least if you have midnight greens, at least because I don't know, dude. I feel like the word art's already upgraded. You're talking midnight greens from the fucking from the fucking 90s, late 90s. So I'm wondering if they're going to change some things. Jose, Joe, I don't even listen to the media because it makes me mad. You're the real deal, man. Keep doing it. I appreciate it so much. Well, I don't really listen to it. You know what I mean? I don't really listen to it. I joke with 500 all the time because I'm always like, dude, why do you go on that guy? Like, why do you go on Cilio's show? Like, I don't fucking get what do you get out of that? I say it as a joke, but it's like, I laugh about it. I'm just like, why? Like he, at the end of the day, like Cilio needs him. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, he needs him. Like, I'm like, what do you get out of what do you get out of that? And he laughs. I'm like, I don't know. I guess it's like banter and you get fight back and forth. Not fight, but go back and forth with each other. But it's like I don't even get why he's even on that show half the time. I don't get it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We got Bobby Babinski. What's going on, man? Appreciate you joining the camera tier, my friend. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for that. Guys, you're going to get a lot of content. Become a member today. You get a lot of content, especially draft reactions. I'll be doing more content on the memberships for other things as well really soon. So if you want to get prepared now, get yourself a cheap membership for as low as $2 literally a month. That's it. Like, it could be any tier you want. You want to support any other way, boom, it's right there, and you get the extra draft reactions content. I'll be covering the draft on my normally, but when it comes to video and stuff that's going to get copyrighted, that will be there in the memberships to everybody every single day when we get to it after the next few weeks. So definitely check it out if you guys haven't. Appreciate it so much, Bobby. So much, man. Mike said, I feel like if we wore them a lot, it would take away from this specialness. Yeah, I guess so. I get that too, Mike. I get that too. Bobby says, I hate cheese. Who the hell hates cheese? Brad says, Mike Reeder, like 22% pass rush win rate, pretty much tied for best. Ocean says, love when 500 wipes the floor with Dallas commentator. It's funny as hell. Well, because Cowboy fans have nothing to say this year. You know what I mean? Like, what do they have to fucking say this year? All they're doing right now is to wait to laugh at us. Like, that's it. All these no-life fucking typers, these no-life trolls, like, all they're doing is sitting there and waiting for the Eagles to lose the playoffs to laugh at us when they've been sitting on the couch since the beginning of the fucking season, really. So, Rise to the pre-draft content last year was awesome, Joe. I can't wait for the stuff. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty pumped for it. Me and 500 do the draft every year, and it's always fun. We got the jerseys. We got the jerseys that give us good luck every single year. It works out nicely. Greg said Mike Green played for Marshall, same school as Vinny Curry, I believe. Interesting. Like I said, if they win tomorrow, they're going to be rolling, and going to expect them to show out big time in the divisional. I agree. I said Elliott is one person I worry about in the playoffs. That's probably the only thing I'm worried about. I'm worried about our fucking kicker, man. You see one cream cheese, only cheese, eat from Philadelphia. Cream cheese. Save here. Save here. Elliot says facts. Not very confident, Elliot. Par says you and 500 should stream the Super Bowl together if we go. Me and 500 are trying to meet for the first time and go to a game together, or like do some commentary, or I don't know. We're supposed to. We have some things planned. Like nothing's really planned right now, but we're trying to work something out. Every year we're always talking about it. We never do it. Alan Gross said, would y'all ever do a 4-way collab with Philly Special and Thomas Mott? Yeah, I don't see why not. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to those guys. Brand says, only reason Mike Green not going top 10 is you don't play for a big school like Texas or Penn State. Oh, I wouldn't go off of that. I get it, though. The answer is whether you're watching to cheer us or hate us, all eyes will be on the Birds tomorrow. That's for damn sure. Kenny says, Joey says Green Bay is scared of us, man. The only player we have to watch is Xavier. Yeah, I mean, realistically, like, I think with their passing game, obviously with Josh Jacobs in their run game, not having what's his face is probably going to be it's probably going to take a toll tomorrow. So I think Jaden Reed's a good receiver, but for him to be the prime guy, it's less that the Eagles have to worry about. Jesus Christ, I can't stand fucking sneezing. I can't stand it, man. I can't stand it. Big D says Braden Mann is a horrible punter. Yeah, the last, I mean, I don't know. That fourth quarter punt that he had against the Giants was like a spiral downfield. It was like a 30-yard punt or something like that. It wasn't far. He's had, I don't think he's been bad all year. I think the recent weeks he hasn't, not too many weeks. It was like a couple games. He was not great. But hopefully we'll be better. I feel better about him than Jake right now, if that tells you much. Brandon Howard said James Pierce plays for Texas. While yes, Lee looks amazing, didn't come close to putting up Mike Green stats. Pierce a top 10. Green had a better year, and Abdul Carter and Carter a top 5 pick. Varder and Carter. This could be a very last game before I semi-retire. I have us winning, however. Oh, you're gonna retire from YouTube? I get it, man. Who knows? I might, the year that I'm just like not into YouTube anymore, like the day that the year, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there could be a year where I just say, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. It might happen, few years down the line, who knows? I might be a different part of my life and want to do other things. And, you never know. Hopefully not. But as long as the fire is still there within me, I'll keep doing this. House Cat, man, with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, I was at Super Bowl 52, and I got the same vibes this year. We got this shit. Oh, man. Oh, you were at Super Bowl 52. Damn. That must have been fucking amazing, dude. I can't imagine buying a ticket for that. Like, I don't know I know, like, the seats in the back are, like, they're probably more money now than they were. I mean, I know the seats were still over. I think there were still over 1,000. I think the seats all the way up top in the back, the last row up top, I think it was like over 1,000 for those seats. It's fucking crazy, bro. But I'm ready for this game, bro. I tell you that. Appreciate that super chat, man. Appreciate it a lot. Biddy says, no, I'm semi-retired from SportsCon. I'm moving on to, that's fine. It's good. It's good. Why do you think I have a horror? I do some other stuff. Why do you think I do gaming on another channel or do horror stuff on another channel? Because I want to do other things on YouTube. When I do sports too much, sometimes I want to like branch out and do other things. So I said, Joey, are you ready? Are you fired up? I am fucking ready, bro. I can't go to sleep. It's 1:22 a.m. right now. It's fucking late right now. It's late. I haven't done a late night stream this late in fucking a long time. Like I usually do the ones at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock we usually do our streams. But realistically, House Cow, the super chat, thank you, says it was $1,200 for nosebleeds, but we got it. Damn. For one ticket or together? One ticket? Shit. I knew they were over 1,000. Elias can't sleep either. YXNGBT says, real talk, Joey. These Dallas fans like are waiting to crawl out of their cave like Commanders fans did this year. Oh yeah, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen, but I'm saying, they're just waiting right now. They're just waiting to come right out and laugh at us. You know. Last I was surprised when you were live. I wasn't. Well, I want to watch. I want to relax today and watch the games. Like I just want to relax today. Like realistically, I just want to relax. I said, yeah, I'll do a stream. I'll see if some people show up. I don't know if people are going to show up, so I didn't know. But I guess people showed up today, which was great. So I appreciate all of you guys doing that. So, Ron says these late night streams are bitching, bro. Hell yeah. What time do I wake up? Depends. Petrified says, yo, Joey, if we win, would you rather play Washington or Tampa? Either or, really. I think the easier team will be Washington, to be honest with you. But I think Tampa, we have a bone to pick with Tampa. I wouldn't mind that matchup either. I think it's a tougher matchup, but I think we'll be fine. Either or, I think we're good. What's going on, Princess? How you doing? Hope we're doing well. One punch match, just to be honest, the only teams I don't want to see is Tampa or Washington. Only teams I don't want to. Well, you're going to be seeing one of them regardless after this week. So, right? Yeah. If Howie got balls of steel, you trade out of the first and get an edge early second or so based on who we trading with. I mean, you're going to trade out of the first round, get a fucking edge in the second to be that guy, like that number one guy. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I want to see what they do with Sweat, and I want to see what they do with Graham. If both of them are gone, I highly feel like they're going to trade for a veteran without giving away a first-round pick, and I feel like they will go after one in the first round. They have to get an edge. Like, Jalen Carter needs to be unleashed more. Like, Jalen Carter makes the Pro Bowl this year, which is great. And not even big sack numbers, but dude, like his pressures, his pressure rate, his pressures, his hurries, his quarterback hits. Mike said I was surprised but happy killing some time. Hold on. Killing some time, can't sleep anyway. Might as well stay up hype as fuck for the game. Let's fucking go, baby. I'm ready to go. Ready to go. And by the way, guys, we usually do stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we will have a stream on Tuesday. We'll have a stream on Thursday. I only streamed today because we did the shake. Philly wanted to do the shakedown on Friday. That's why we streamed it yesterday instead of today. Tonight we would have had it on a normal week because of the playoffs. Obviously, the schedule changes a little bit. Easy was it, Joey. If it hurts to win a Super Bowl and Super Bowl MVP, I'm going to be unbearable too. In the media, I'm going to raise so much hell that shit they gave him. Oh, trust me, I will be on that wagon as well. However, so we have a bone to pick with both the Bucks and oh yeah. I mean, I don't think Commanders have Frankie Louvu in this next game. I don't think they have Frankie Louvu in this next game. I think he's out. And honestly, I don't even fucking care because all that shit they've been fucking talking on social media is ridiculous. All these Commander fans have been coming out saying some fucked up shit. Like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Karma for Louvu. Yeah, fuck that dude. Big D to have us winning, but us foolishly underestimating our opponent and playing stupidly and it's costing us is never completely off the table. No, it's never. Every week is not. Every week they could fuck up. Every week they could totally just fuck up a game. Truly, yeah. I mean, would it surprise me? Probably this year. Fucking tomorrow, yeah. I think it would surprise me a lot that they're at home. They go in that focused and they shit the bed. Yeah, it would probably really piss me off. Brad said, I'm killing all my time scouting and staying away from any doubters or complainers. I'm confident enough. I can't. Yeah, I get it, Brandon. Like, sometimes I want to stay away from people that are just too fucking negative about the team. And I'm just like, if they lose, then okay. I will grant them in my fucking circle. But right now, I'm hyped up. I'm hyped up. So this is how you should feel during the playoffs. You should be happy. You should be excited. If Washington wins, they automatically play the Lions. That is true. Yeah. I'm confused on the bracket because I got confused. So if Washington wins and we win, they play the Lions, and I don't get the bracket. I'm a little confused about it. I don't get that. But we get the higher seed if we advance. Okay, so that makes sense. I get it. Now I get it. Okay, so like defense stop, Jacob sack Love, and offense protecting Jalen, no picks, no sacks. Yeah, and yeah, we need to get an early. We need it, and I thought the last few weeks we've done pretty good in scoring in the first quarter. We've got some early. We have gotten some early points, which is good. So we need that fast start because you know what? If we have to catch up in these games while fighting the fucking refs, it's going to be a long battle uphill. I don't really want to deal with that. Get the short passing game going. I'm telling you right now, like if they're just trying to throw dimes down the field, like great, great, but I don't. I really want them to use middle of the field, short passing game, and like I said, I don't know if like I don't think Hertz is going to be like completely no rust. I think they'll be a little tiny. Like it won't be much. Like it won't be much. Once they get him in a rhythm, I think he'll be fine. But don't overdo it. Don't fucking throw 3 times. Not get Saquon is fresher than fucking fresh right now. Get your tight ends involved. Jahan Dotson is a wild card too because they could secretly use him in these games because there's no tape on him this year. They could secretly use Jahan Dotson in these fucking games and pull out for us really good. So ref's gonna call some bogus shit. Honestly, like the 2 games today weren't that bad. Like I think the only one that they called was on Pickens, the push off on Pickens, which I thought was a bunch of bullshit. Corners running full speed with you upfield. I mean, come on now. It's just ridiculous. Big D says the slants are called up Brown Smith feast on those. Yeah, I know. A lot of times this season they didn't run a lot, didn't run a lot middle of the field. Or if there was, like, how many games have you seen like Devontae Smith run across the field or AJ Brown and Hurts is in fucking literally, it's right in front of his face. It doesn't pass to him. That's the shit that pisses me off when he misses like guys that are wide open 10 yards in front of him for more yak. It sucks, But hopefully that's not the case. We'll see what happens. Advance, seriously, thanks for the late stream, bro. Definitely hyped up for the game. You're the shit shake. I appreciate it so much, Xander. Appreciate it so much, man. Nah, it means a lot. It really does. We're all in this together at the end of the day, we might have different opinions. All of us might have different opinions, but at the end of the day, we want a second championship, and that's all that matters. We hold this team accountable, But I appreciate the kind words, man. Okay, so Washington is no way good enough to beat the Lions. They will be lucky to beat the Bucks. Yeah. We'll see what happens. You can't praise a team that's literally been just created in 1 year and praise like every little thing that they fucking do. It's like if Jalen Hurts threw a Hail Mary to win a fucking game, I don't think he would get respect. If Jalen Hurts threw 5 picks in a fucking game, I don't think he'd get respect. But these other teams get all this respect. Justin Herbert obviously threw 4 picks today. Like, he looked god fucking awful today. Horrible. But he's ranked higher than Jalen Hurts as a QB. But yet I see all these news outlets online today, like these clips of just bullshit praising the Packers. Oh, Jalen Hurts needs to get the passing game. They totally forget. They totally forget they have a 2,000-yard rusher. They totally forget we have 14-win season this year. Like, I guess he just gets no respect for that. I guess we got lucky in every fucking game this year. I don't know. It's fucking ridiculous. It's a hope we don't get that ref crew from when we played the Commanders. I don't even know. I forgot who the guys were. House is a steroid ref calling our game. Steroid ref. Eagles are wearing standard fits, gridiron uniform database, and their IG announced it. Joe says Joey Shake's out here with some of the best hot takes. I mean, if they're hot takes, I don't know. See. I'm not always right, so like to stream up for Joey, who other content creators live right now. Appreciate it so much. Appreciate it. Trozer, Green Bay had some trouble covering the middle of the field all year. Hurts has to be willing to throw the tight ends and AJ Devontae slants and crossers. Yeah. Like the last few weeks, the last few weeks, Packers defense hasn't really played that well. I mean, wide open guys left and right. I think part of it too, like, I mean, even Jordan Love, I don't even think his arm. I don't think his elbow's fully healthy either. Like, I think he'll be fine, but I don't think he's fully healthy either. Like, they crawled out of that last game of the season. Deshaun says, would love for Huff to show up. Yeah, I mean, that would be great. I mean, look, Jalix Hunt, they didn't put him into this fucking rotation till late in the season, unfortunately. So I'm hoping he does well. But, Bryce Huff obviously had the minor wrist surgery, comes back now, and you're hoping that, he could at least give you 15, 20%. I mean, forget the money, forget how much he's doing things. Good night, Yipa. Appreciate you coming in, man. Forget the money, forget everything that's going on. He's not living up to the money that he's promised, but at least in the rotation, just try to do something. Get some pressure, do something. You know what I mean? It's all I'm asking for. I don't want him to take snaps away from Nolan Smith and some of these other guys, but I think Fangio has been pretty good on that. Fangio's been good with, like, hey, if you earn your snaps, you're going to earn them. If you play well, you'll earn your snaps. So I like how he does that. He's not playing favoritism. He's not playing his favorites. There's no favoritism at all. So, you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, like Elias says, just need one big play. Like, there's gonna be something's gonna happen in these playoff games where, like, one player is gonna make a play that no one expected to happen, and it's gonna be the player that we think less of, and it could be him. You know what I mean? BDC Quinon's one weakness, maybe his hands. He's dropped multiple. Yeah, I mean, that's really it. But that's just something he's just gonna get better at in time. I mean, yeah, it sucks. He should have had like 5 picks this year, but I think that's the less of the worry with him. I mean, at least the guy could fucking cover. I mean, that's like the main thing right now. But I would like him to get one. I think 2 of them were stolen from him from CJ. 2 of them were stolen. Where the one where they ran into each other that one game, they ran right into each other that one game. It was incompleted, and then obviously I think it was the what was it, the Cowboys game, where he kind of took it from he pretty much got in his way and took it from him pretty much. Because Huff couldn't even get a sack against the Giants line. That's stinking. Well, he just got back too, dude. Like, he just got back. Like, he hasn't played that long. He was out for a few weeks. You know what I mean? I mean, regardless, like, and he's wearing a club on his left hand right now. He can't even grab with both his fucking hands right now. Like, he literally is, he can't, you know what I mean? So it's just, you can't expect much right now. Like in a rotation, sure, but you can't expect much from Bryce Huff right now. Like, you just can't. I can't be pissed off about it. It's like, okay, he's not worth the money right now, but I think post bye week he was playing a lot better. But was it like generational, like fucking a generational change? No, it was just, got some pressures, got a couple sacks, whatever. It wasn't much, but at least from a technique standpoint, they had him in a 4-point stance. They weren't putting him in a fucking 2-point stance. No explosiveness off the line. I mean, I don't get why you get a guy and totally change his technique standpoint. I mean, I don't get it. You know what I mean? I don't get the whole thing with Bryce Huff is you sign him to $17 million a year, okay? You signed him to $17 million a year. I think this was Howie Roseman that signed him. I don't think that Fangio even wanted him, to be honest with you. Because the first training camp fucking press conference with Vic Fangio, the first training camp practice, okay, with Vic, okay, somebody asked him the question, okay? Somebody asked him the question and said, oh, well, how is do you think Bryce Huff could be a 3-down edge rusher? And he said he's not there yet. I'm like, bro, like, why do you sign this guy to $17 million a year and you don't even think he could be a 3-down fucking edge rusher? Like, I get it. He was in a deep rotation with the Jets. Like, I get it. He was a 3rd down edge rusher with the Jets, but damn, that signing, I felt like more of it was more Howie, grabbing somebody and not a panic, but after letting Reddick go for literally fucking nothing, a 26 third round pick is what we're getting. Was going to turn into a second round pick in 26, but that, why did they give up Reddick for nothing? I don't know. The Jets signed him. The Jets didn't have the pen and paper ready when he got there. Like, well, have you ever seen a fucking player get signed or not even signed, verbally fucking signs, goes to the Jets facility, meets the players, has his press conference, and the fucking contract's not ready? It was one of the most the most weirdest things I've ever seen in my life. You know? House Cow with the super chat. Thank you so much. Q finally get some interceptions this game. I hope so. Every time we talk about it, every time we say Q's gonna get a pick, I feel like we're like making the situation worse because he never does. every fucking time it happens. Mike said we need Davis to and just shut down ever thought of Jacobs having a big game. Yeah. And Jacobs is good. Yeah, K Rob says we're jinxing. Yeah, every time we talk about Q getting a pick, we're jinxing it all the time. BDC, I'll be surprised if Davis has a big highlight. He might. He might. Look, at the end of the day, if he gets a pass rush, great. If he doesn't, he's going to hold himself, not get moved around, clog the hole up for the linebackers to come up downhill and do whatever. I think Davis has been fine this year. I think Davis has been fine. He's got a monster right next to him at DT and Jalen Carter. I think he's been fine, I think, since he's not playing up to a first round standard, I think obviously that's not great, but I think this gives the Eagles wiggle room to sign him later on at a lower price since he's not playing up to that first round standard that we all thought he was going to play at. I don't even think Jordan Davis is really that bad, to be honest with you. Last year was last year. The whole defense sucked last year. You changed defensive coordinators from Sean Desai to Matt Patricia. We had no fucking it was a mess. Last year was just a fucking mess. Just a total mess. Fish Roofer says, get the likes up. Definitely appreciate it, man. So much. But you see Josh Allen or Saquon gets MVP. I probably, they'll say, oh, Josh Allen didn't have this guy. And, I don't know. I don't know, man. Saquon goes from the Giants to the Eagles within the division, pressure, everything on him, 2,000 yards. That's big. That's bigger. That's way bigger than a fucking 4,000 passing yard season, in my opinion. That's just me. Ryan said, I feel like Davis has played his role perfectly this year. I think he's been fine. I think he's been solid. Mill was a third round pick, and he's playing better in year 4. Yeah. And and I thought, and I didn't know what Milton Williams was going to be because he was totally an analytical pick because his metrics, his testing was in the first percentile of all DTs. I thought he was more of an analytical type pick. That's when I think we drafted him in 22, right? No, 21. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. House Cat with a super chat. Thank you so much, man. Playoffs are a different game. We're going to ball out. And the thing is, the one thing they need to do in this fucking game, whatever made you successful in the regular season, you have got to transfer this into the playoffs. Whatever it took you to get where you are, don't go into a playoff game conservative because this is what a lot of teams do. Okay? Take take like the 2018 Rams, or like guys that, these teams that had these big fucking regular seasons, they get into the fucking playoffs, they play too conservative, they play it safe, they change their whole playbook. Like, use what you did in the regular season, what got you to this point, and continue it into the playoffs. Don't change anything dramatically. That's why a lot of these teams that, a lot of teams that are great in the playoffs, they're great in the regular season, they get to the playoffs, so they don't take what they used in the past to make, to keep them successful for the playoffs, and that's a big problem. You know. Brand said Milton feeding off Carter. Milton doesn't play besides Davis. No. Davis can't do what Milton. No, and I was talking about Carter being next to Jordan. When I was talking about Jordan Davis, I was talking about him being next to Jalen Carter, not Milton Williams. Davis can't do what Milton is doing with Carter getting doubled. Well, that's, and plus, like I said, like, your edge rush position isn't really a strong suit this year. That's a whole problem, because now it's like these offensive lines don't mind. The centers are going to switch to, they're going to double on protection. You know what I mean? You get these one-on-ones with these edge rushers. They're not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they've played a lot better, no doubt. Like, if you're gonna tell me that Nolan Smith was gonna have a 6.5, 7.5 sack season, I would have fucking laughed in your face. But I eat my words on him. I eat my words on Kenneth Gainwell. I eat my words on Nakobe Dean. Trust me, I've been wrong. I didn't think they were gonna do shit after that open practice Nakobe Dean had. That open practice in front of the Eagle fans, and he got fucking like sliced and diced by Kenneth Gainwell. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, like, goddamn. Like, I don't know what the fuck that guy's gonna do. And Nolan Smith had two unblocked fucking sacks. He had one where he was unblocked in preseason. He had another sack where the running back chipped Nolan Smith literally into the quarterback that helped him get the sack. And I was like, I can't take too much out of that. But I can't blame Nolan Smith, because the Eagles barely played him last year. And the coaching was horrible last year. You know what I mean? So I think Nolan Smith should have did what he did right now this year. He should have did that last year. Then I would have felt a little bit more comfortable getting rid of Hassan Reddick. You get rid of Hassan Reddick, it was like, yo, like, what the fuck's going on, bro? Like, Nolan Smith, like, it's not even like, if Nolan Smith had 6, 7 sacks last season, I would have felt a lot better to get rid of, Hassan Reddick. I would have felt we were going in the right direction. But because, like, they they had him on special teams most of the fucking season, like, on top of bad coaching, like, where do you think that's going to go? Absolutely nowhere. So I said before the season started this season, I said, look, like, the defense is going to have its bumps and bruises. It's going to take time. Like, I know it's going to take time. The offense, we were saying to ourselves, this offense has got to be like A plus, running on 4 cylinders, no excuses. The defense, new defensive coordinator again, three different defensive coordinators in 3 fucking years. I mean, you can't do this shit. You know what I mean? And thank God you have Fangio. He'll be here for another 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I don't know. We'll see. But at least now he has control over his roster from layer to layer to layer now, where he knows a new guy isn't coming in and saying, you know what? I don't, if Fangio left and a new guy comes in, then it's like, oh, well, Fangio liked him, but I don't like him. So we're going to get, it just doesn't get, it just doesn't, there's no constant, there's no consistency with building a defense. Why do you think KC's been so successful? Because they've had the same DC the last fucking 5 years. No, the last, like, since 2018. Spads. They've had him, and he's finally trying to get he's trying to get a head coaching job this year. Finally, he's going out and getting a coaching job. So that's kind of where I'm at, man. Housecats says Fangio is a godsend. He really is. I never liked his scheme the bend don't break. I was like, all they're gonna do is take Fangio and just reproduce this fucking scheme again and again because that's what Nick. I'm like, why is Nick so like obsessive with this fucking scheme? Like, why isn't he like a more aggressive scheme? And then when Fangio started week after week, it started to look a little bit different, where he wasn't just playing his players off; he was playing man, running stunts. Knows how to use linebackers, knows how to find linebacker talent. I mean, it's night and day now. These blitz packages, I mean, fuck, man. I mean, it was just so attractive to even watch this defense the way they were playing. You know, it's crazy. It's weird, man. It's weird, but like I think why he I think part of Miami and why I wouldn't say necessarily failed in Miami, but his pass defense wasn't great in Miami. His run defense was good. His pressure rate was good. Defensive line was good. He was rated, I think, a top 10 in quarterback hits. I think third in pressures with the defensive line. So I think from that, but from a defensive passing standpoint, he wasn't great. He was like the tire 20 something percentile. It wasn't good. So now he's teamed up with a GM that is getting the talent in the building. So we don't really know how much control he had with Miami and in decision making, and we don't know all this. So obviously the Miami players fucking hated Fangio because he was a hard coach, obviously. And the players here love him to death. You know, I want to see Fangio during a practice. I want to see Fangio when he's pissed off and see and just how he reacts with his players. And I want to see that. We've never actually seen that behind the scenes. I've always wanted to kind of see when Fangio's having a meltdown, what happens, or if he wants to if Fangio wants to motivate somebody, what happens. I've always wanted to know all that. It might sound stupid, but I've always wanted to know that. All right, so Zach is going to be gone next year. Talking about 20 million unless you want. Oh, look, dude. At the end of the day, did anybody expect AJ Brown, Devontae Smith to sign contracts? Probably not. I didn't believe that the Eagles were going to sign Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. I thought it was going to be fucking impossible. But I said, you know what? If there's a player they have to keep between the two, it'd be Devontae Smith because he was drafted here. So I thought it was going to be impossible, and I was laughing in everybody's face that would happen. But it happened. Bond, unfortunately, he hasn't made a lot of money. 4 years. He was I don't know. He wasn't an early pick, so he didn't make much in his 4 years. He's making 1.6 this year, and now has an opportunity to really have a nice contract. And he's gonna have, he wants to secure his future, his family. He wants to, your second contract is the one where you want to secure yourself for your life. And now he's got the opportunity to do that. I think the thing is can Zach Bond play this well somewhere else? If he's put into a different scheme, or maybe another coach doesn't know how to use him. I don't know. He might not have a good, maybe he will. Maybe he'll be like this the rest of his career on another team. I have no idea, but this is Fangio's top player, in my opinion. He thanks Fangio so much. The amount of he's kissing Fangio's feet right now. I mean, it's literally without Fangio, fucking Zach Bond was talking about games when he was playing for the Saints. He was talking about he would come out of Saints games and be crying. He would cry because he just didn't. He had no confidence in himself and couldn't play better. He actually had look at the interview. It's crazy. And look what he is now. I mean, 150 to 160 something tackles, 5 forced fumbles. He didn't have a forced fumble one fucking time with the Saints. He was a role player. He was an edge rusher transformed to an outside linebacker for the Saints. He was a nobody on that team, and the Eagles picked him up. And when they signed him, I was like, "Oh, cool! They got a veteran line. Cool. They got a veteran linebacker. Great. Whatever." But that little move that he made, and Vic Fangio said this weeks ago when someone told him when someone asked about Zach Baun, like, how did you sense he was going to do this? Or he said, well, Howie Roseman said that Zach Baun was signed to the Eagles to be a backup outside linebacker / special teamer. Like, Howie literally had him as a backup on this team. And Fangio literally went against Howie and said, no, I actually see him as an inside linebacker. And look what happened. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff. So it's gonna be interesting, man. The number one re-sign I want is Zach Baun, 100%. It's because realistically, I think your linebacker, you re-sign Zach Baun, you're perfect at linebacker. You got Zach Baun, you got Nakobe Dean, you got Jeremiah Trotter Jr. That's, I thought actually, got in some snaps late season. Thought he looked pretty good. I think he's always looked pretty good. The only thing about the only thing about Trotter Jr. that I don't like right now that he needs to work on. Like, he's got to get these TFL tackles. Like, he goes in the backfield, he gets in the backfield to make a big play, and he misses these tackles, man. Like, he grabs onto the guy and lets him go. He had the same issue in the offseason program and preseason. Like, he just got to work on his tackle, his form on tackling in the backfield. Like, he's really, like, I honestly think he could be another, really good player, but needs more time. Ben Van Sermeren, I mean, he's a freak athlete. I'm so glad they gave him another job. I'm glad that they at least try to put him at fullback and do some different things with him. And I think, the Eagles have been, I know that Kari Blazing game, the new fullback that they got, they just elevated him to this game, but they did elevate him for a couple other games, and he didn't even play once. They used, I know they were using Calcaterra at fullback at one point after Ben Van Sermeren was gone. They were using that veteran tight end. What's his fucking name? That never gets a catch. What, I forgot his damn name. The veteran tight end we signed that was with the Jaguars, like really a nobody. As another guy. So Ben Van Sermeren might have more of a role, at fullback next year, which is great. So, and I thought he had a great offseason program preseason as a linebacker. I thought he played really fucking well. So, it was good. It was good. I felt pretty happy about that. I think linebacker's perfect right now. And that fucking, I mean, I wouldn't even mind re-signing what's his face, Burks. I mean, he's pretty fucking good. Like, I gotta say, as a backup, he's not that bad. He's actually a pretty good backup. I mean, he's literally the backup to Dean or Dean. I don't know if he's the backup for both of them, but he's pretty much the backup at this point. He had 17 tackles in that Giants game. When he's come in for a couple games, I thought he's played pretty damn good. I mean, you know what I mean? I think he's got a ton of value as a backup on a 1-year deal. Like, you never know, you might re-sign him again. You know what I mean? So who knows at this point what's going to happen? But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So sometimes these guys get playing time, like it just starts to ooze out. Like it's just, yeah. I think you're fine. Linebacker, you're perfectly fine. You sign Zach Baun back, you're perfectly fine. There's no need to add any more unless you're adding linebackers to the practice squad or undrafted free agents that you want to see what they could do. Other than that, I'm fine with linebacker right now. If they re-sign him, so we'll see what goes on with that. So, but yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it. I mean, I really wasn't even supposed to stream for this long, but I appreciate everybody joining up tonight. I'll be streaming the game tomorrow, so even if you jump in the stream for literally 2 seconds tomorrow, I do appreciate it so much. We're gonna be streaming that tomorrow, do some other things. Make sure you check out the Philly Shakedown podcast merch. We are running a promotion right now. If you buy 2 pieces of merch, you get free shipping. High quality print, high quality, high sprung t-shirts and hoodies that are very comfortable. And trust me, you get what you pay for, guys. Trust me on that. Me and Philly 500 have been working really hard on the merch. So definitely check out all of it. Multiple colors, all of that stuff. By buy 2 pieces of merch, you get free shipping automatically. Doesn't matter what it is. So when you check out, the free shipping will automatically be applied. If you want to obviously support the Philly Shakedown, definitely check out the stuff. The link for that will be in the live chat and the description as well. It does help out both of us a lot, and we work really hard on the merch as well. So I appreciate it so much for everybody that has checked it out. If you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We cover the Eagles every single day, and definitely like up the stream, because this, unfortunately, my channel is blacklisted right now, shadow banned right now, and you know, all the support is definitely you know, I definitely appreciate it so much. So, all right, you guys have a fantastic night. I will see you guys obviously for the live stream tomorrow, and we'll have obviously the shakedown tomorrow night. We'll have a video on Monday, and then we'll have a stream on Tuesday, just like this, a call-in show on Tuesday, most likely. You know, so we'll be back. So love all of you. Hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you guys on the next one. And remember, for the extra stuff, if you go in the live, the pinned comment for memberships as low as $2 a month, you get the extra reaction videos for the draft, stuff that gets copyrighted, so you guys get extra content there. So definitely grab yourself a membership if you guys have it. I'll be pushing that out a lot more because a few weeks and then that's it. You know what I mean? We'll be talking about the free agency of the draft and all that stuff really soon. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you guys on the next one. Shakes one up. Follow slide. Peace out, guys. Love you all. Thank you for all the super chats, the memberships, all that great stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys. Peace.